All right. Hello, my friends. Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? We are here tonight, and we are diving into session number 91 of Unlikely Heroes. 91 weeks is a very, very long time for a campaign to operate, especially in today's day and age, where it's tough sometimes to even get normal games, on even like a single shot a month basis. So I'm doing the math now. If we play till 10 tonight, that will be in right about 273 hours. There's a couple of sessions where we went an hour late or 45 minutes late, but 273 hours divided by 24. This is almost an 11 and a half full day campaign, and that's something that I'm really excited and proud of. I really hope these guys don't fucking wipe in the very tail end of this mess. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's super exciting. I'm glad y'all are here. I hope that you enjoy the last of what we have here, of what I have as a DM for because conclusion or because TPK. Well, we'll see. We'll fucking see. No, but I don't anticipate a TPK, but things have happened weirder in the past. So, anyways, my friends, thank you for joining us for the last session, for what should be the last session, what may be the last session. At the very end, so how this is going to kind of play out, we'll go through the story. If it does not end tonight organically, then we do it again next weekend, and that's just how I operate as far as ending a campaign and making sure that the story is being told and not rushed. So if it does end tonight, at the very end of the session, what I'll do is I'm going to open up to the community and to the players for you to ask any questions you would like about the campaign, about any of the inner workings of the campaign. If you would like to have asked what ifs about the campaign, or if you want to know behind the scenes details. The only thing I can't give away is timeline details based on things that are unfolding in other campaigns in the same universe. But anything that has to do with this very particular campaign, I will happily answer any questions and reveal any secrets that you may have been dying to know about. So, without further ado, my friends, let's go ahead and dive into session 91. All right, guys. So, session 90. Session 90 was you guys breaking in the big baddie. You guys had, in the very first, 7 seconds of session 90, dispatched the remaining 2 hit points of the only imp on the field, or of the only Mephit on the field, and managed to figure out how to unlock the gate that got you from the exterior of Therentide to the interior of Mithliatora's lair. And you stepped through. Some of you quicker than others. Unfortunately, Gray was the last one in and took a little bit of heat as he was doing so. But you all managed to get in relative safety. Although you were all scattered throughout the interior of this sanctum by these blue circles that kind of teleported you randomly around. So you entered. Mithliatora was there in the gross, rubbery flesh and began to descend upon you in a vile torrent of aggression and breath attacks that were full of quite literally nightmare. I actually think the breath attack is called Nightmare Breath. Can confirm is called Nightmare Breath. So that happened. You guys summoned a fire elemental. The fire elemental actually tanked Mithliatora in the doorway of its lair for quite a while before it went down. While the rest of you poked and prodded it from a distance. At this point, Mithliatora is past bloodied. At this point, unfortunately, Gray has been dead for 2 rounds, meaning that he has 8 rounds before a Revivify will not work on him. And the remainder of you are, well, where you are. I believe Ree is currently frightened. Let's see. Ree is frightened. And is also big. I see the blue dot. The blue dot, I believe, was from Candace. That was temp hit points, right, Candace?
Might be the bond.
Was it the
Emboldening
bond?
bond.
Because
think
one
that's
of you
emboldening
didn't
bond.
take. One of you didn't take to the bond. I think that was Aurora.
Oh, she has
She-
the blue dot.
She must have been out of sight at that point. But either way, give me 1 second here, actually, because Lucy is down.
I thought I hit the bond because I've teleported to Doc a couple of times to try and, keep her alive.
Yeah,
but
you did
Doc,
have it.
Doc. So here's the thing, though. Doc has been downed, I believe, and then brought back up. Correct? And the bond it broke. Right? Did we discuss that?
I
You know, at the tail end of last session, I did ask to make sure that we're keeping track of everything that's up.
It stays for 10 minutes or until you use the feature again.
Okay. So something must have happened because it is not attached to Aurora. Or I'm sorry, no, it is attached to Aurora. It's not attached to Doc.
Gray doesn't have it.
That's because Gray's dead.
Yeah.
Gray is dead. You can't have it bonded to a creature that doesn't exist. Its soul has left the body. So his was there. I literally just took it off.
Oh.
So then Ree and Aurora are bonded. But give me one moment. I'm going to slap that on her so that we know that it is maintaining for the three of you. We know that Aurora has concentration on, I believe, Hunter's Mark? It's got to be Hunter's Mark. It would be the only thing that you would maintain concentration on, right?
Let me double check. I've got a couple buffs that I was using. But I think it's Hunter's Mark. That sounds right.
Yeah, she had me buffed at one point, but that was early on. Protection from good and evil, I think.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have been this fight.
that was
Yeah.
one fight.
Mark.
Yeah, it's Hunter's
Yep.
Mark. Okay, cool. Just so we're on the same page. Beautiful. All right. So yeah, with that being said, we'll just go ahead and dive into this thing. Obviously, you guys have just spent the whole last time, the whole last session fighting, and that's pretty much where we're at. It is the top, just so we are all on the same page, of round 7. And that will be that. Any questions, comments, clarifications? Oh, let me give you XP. Hang on 1 second. I can't give you guys XP. Oh, no, I can give you XP. 1,500 is what it was. 1,000 from combat, because that was the tail end of the methods. 500 for RP, and that will bring Gray to 71,349. 71,349. Aurora, 69,787. That's 69787. And the remaining 2 party members are 73417. 73,417. Also, the last 3 sessions have netted us, or actually the last 2 sessions have netted us about 1 minute past in in-game time because of the combat, so it is only 9:31 on Jury the 17th. AM, by the way.
Only 3 minutes. Okay.
AM. Fuck. You guys still got time to kill this bitch and have breakfast.
Ooh, yeah.
I think we have a few macarons left.
Yeah. Okay. If I do have any questions, comments, or current concerns, go ahead and shout them out while I... nope, I said concerns. Clarifications.
I got so excited. Making Doc less disappointed.
I like that roll.
It was an 18.
How did you name it?
Alright.
I added a custom skill forever ago. If you note, I'm not proficient in it.
Noted.
Alright, guys. So, top of the round. Ree, you have been frightened by Mithliatora. The frightened... Let me just take a very quick look on this.
Yeah, so I can't go near them.
Correct. Yeah, you can't
And any
approach it.
attacks are at disadvantage as long as I can see the creature.
That is correct. Yep, but you can still use ranged attacks. You just can't move closer to the creature to put yourself into melee. And then at the end of your turn, you'll get to roll another save.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I tossed my bow aside because I figured I wouldn't need it.
I'm almost positive that is exactly what happened.
Yup.
You threw it down the chasm.
Yup.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even like I put it on the ground gently. It was I yeet it into the darkness. Fuck it, I don't need this thing.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
It was a great idea.
That
If
was
you
a
still
good
have-
idea.
If you still have arrows, you could throw the arrows.
Fuck you!
Listen, stabbing things with arrows works.
I just
really
imagine
well.
Ree screaming and staring at this thing wide-eyed, just throwing everything in her backpack at it. Oh god, get it away!
Let's see, what do I have in my backpack here?
I believe for thematic sake, I was cursing this thing out in Draconic as well, trying to keep its attention. And it has me very pinned and recompense.
Okay, I guess Ree will just kind of look at Dogs like, can you make me not scared anymore? I don't like this scared thing. And he will drink a potion of speed.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Why not? Let's
You
do
had a
this.
potion of speed in there the whole time?
Not the whole time, but a while.
Not the whole campaign.
I've had the potion of fire resistance the entire campaign.
Fair enough. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were saving that for a special occasion.
We're saving that for like a fire elemental that was, gonna go in range, but thankfully that
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Okay, so you chugged the potion of speed.
Yep.
So you are under the effects of haste, and that is going to. Let's see, that's down. That's there. Damn it! They don't have any cool icons to make it look like you're
They
going
don't
fast.
have they don't have the condition
Yes.
for hasted in here, which is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Oh, it's because haste isn't a condition.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be nice to have some kind of thing there. Oh well,
That lasts for 10 rounds, right, Kev?
1 minute, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I
So
guess
you chug the potion, and yeah, you just start to fucking vibrate like hard, and you're just like, ah!
just cornholio here. And drinking the potion, it's in my backpack, so it's an action to get it.
Correct.
But now that I have now that I'm hasted, do I have another action? Is that how that works, or I just get another attack?
Well, let's see here. So, so you have a few benefits. So, first of all, your speed is doubled. You get a +2 bonus to your AC, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws. And then you gain an additional action on each one of your turns. That action can be used to take the attack action with a weapon only, dash, disengage, hide, or use object. So, you used your action to chug the potion. It is still your turn. You still have an action to be used either for attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use object.
Could I throw a rock?
Fuck yeah, that's an attack. That's an improvised
Okay.
attack. Yeah.
I'll just chuck a rock at the big scary dragon.
All right, give me an attack roll.
What would we call this? Unarmed?
Yeah, just do an unarmed strike, and because it's a thrown weapon, I'll let you use your strength for it, and then just roll it at disadvantage because you are feared. Excuse me, you're
Right.
frightened.
Right, as long as I can still keep this rage going. This rage boner going. Oh, that's pretty close.
All right. Wow, that was
That's-
actually really fucking good for
A
throwing a
fucking
rock.
rock.
Good God. Yeah, no,
So
you
that's
definitely
just a strength. That's just straight strength at that point.
that is correct. Yeah, so your strength modifier is 3. Okay. So you hurl the rock. Well, actually, you know what I just realized too? Because you have extra attack, you can technically throw 2 rocks, right? Because you used the attack action?
I used action to get the potion.
Right. But then your
then an
free
attack
action from
action.
haste is the attack action, but because you take the attack action, you have extra attack, right? So
Okay.
yeah, fuck it. You might as well take that extra attack. Throw another rock.
You big scary monster, you! Yeah. Let me do that again. Disadvantage.
No, your big, deep voice.
You look scary monster! Alright, so 10 is the number.
Okay, so 10 unfortunately does miss, but you do throw 2 rocks. The first one beams this thing in the top of its left eyelid, and you see blood begin to dribble out of the gash in the eye. And as it looks towards you, the second rock hits it in one of the gemmed pieces on its snout and kind of bounces off. But it definitely looks at you pissed.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!
Alright, with that being said, Ree, your turn, unless you're gonna move, your turn will end, and you can go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Do it
Okay.
good. Do it good.
Ooh, there we
Hey.
go.
Holy shit.
Was it
Yeah,
good enough?
wow. No, that passes. You successfully shake the fear off of yourself. Alright,
I
and
really
you
hope
maintain
so,
rage.
because I literally couldn't do better than that.
That is literally all you've got.
That's literally as good as I can do.
Alright, Ree. That brings us to Gray. Gray has died. Gray, your turn counter is counting up. And not down. So you're at 3. Doc.
Alright, so Doc is going to bonus action Sanctuary herself. So that's the first level.
Sorry, you're gonna what? I apologize.
Bonus action Sanctuary herself.
Okay. Alright, make sure you mark off your spell slot.
And then she's going to run.
Sanctuary concentration.
No.
Okay.
And she's going to start running. I'm going to use my action to dash. To there.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're doing.
No, you don't. You're distracted by Aurora.
I am. I'll kill her next. All right. Anyway, so you grab the gold nugget, you peek around the corner, and you see Ree go, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, I'm better." And you quickly mutter your incantation, and this barrier of translucent golden energy kind of materializes around you, and you fucking start bolting. Okay, that brings us to Aurora.
Okay. That's a thing. I'm just double checking the wording on Hunter's Mark real fast. It is... Okay. So, what I'm going to do then is I dislike where I'm at the moment. I'm just going to try and point blank shoot this thing.
Okay, fair enough. Do any of your proficiencies or feats give you the ability to get rid of the disadvantage for firing at a melee combatant?
Nope, but you know what I'm
Okay.
going to do? I'm going to be using sharpshooter anyway.
Okay, so you just make a straight roll. Alright, straight roll at -5, I believe.
Wait, actually, hang on. That might not save me there. 1 second. Let me make sure I've got the wording on things right, because it's been a couple weeks.
Does the sharpshooter give you advantage, or does it give you
Nope.
the -5 for
it's
damage?
bonus. So,
Okay.
we are not good on that. I'm going to be disadvantaged anyway, so...
Okay, but are you still going to use your? Are you still going to utilize sharpshooter or no?
Yeah, we will for the first one.
Okay,
We're going to try for a really good hit.
understood.
It's going to be the hope here. So that'll be Sharpshooter, Hunter's Mark, and Slayer's Prey if I hit.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I hope you do. I hope you double 20 this bitch and just blow the back of its head out.
I mean, that's a 15 to hit, so not...
Yeah, so the 15 does not hit, unfortunately. You fire and the arrow makes contact, but again, this thing's exterior is encrusted with these dark amethyst gems, and as it hits, it simply shatters against the jaw. Also, if they want to stay up later tonight because they don't have school
Okay.
tomorrow, I'm okay with that.
We are going to try another hit. No Sharpshooter.
Okay.
But still with the Hunter's Mark, Slayer's Prey. Yeah, not great for that.
Yeah.
But that is I think that is all I'm going to do at the moment.
Okay.
Yep, because I don't have enough sorcery points to do my next thing. I'm just going to continue to insult this thing, speaking very clearly, just draconic.
Okay.
Insulting lineage, comparing it to being a dwarf, all the things.
All the good stuff. So, with that being said, as you end your turn, it is going to use a legendary action, and it is going to make a tail attack against Ree, because Ree is within 15 feet. And that is just payback for getting smacked with the fucking rock.
That's fair.
Alright, that is a 17, which I think misses because you have fucking
Because
haste
I'm
up.
fast as fuck, boy.
Yep, so as the tail comes down, you're just like, oh shit, I gotta move. And then as you blink, you've already moved, and you were almost unaware of how fast you moved as the tail comes back up and whips around the dragon once more.
My god, I love the Joes.
All right, so it is Mythliator's turn. So lucky for you guys, it does not get its breath back. It rolled a 4, but it will use its bite and claws. So it is going to bite Aurora. Try to. Oof, that's only a 13. Okay, that's a miss. Claw 1, claw 2. Alright, so Claw 2 misses with a 15, but Claw 1 hits.
I'm gonna take the hit. I'm not gonna shield.
Okay, and that is for 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Alright, and then... Alright, and that's the end of it. It cannot utilize any more of its legendary actions because it has to be utilized on another person's turn. So, all the way back to the top. Really quick, Candace, I had a 9 on you. Do you remember why I had a 9 on you? Had you utilized a potion or some sort of buff on yourself that would have given you benefit from needing that?
No, my stuff.
Thank you. And, okay, so Kevin, you are on turn 9. Alright, it is your turn, Ree.
Okay, Ree finally feeling strong and fast and tall as fuck, boy. She's going to get up into this bitch's range and just start whacking. Okay, so... Alright, so now I effectively have 2 attack actions.
You have 2 attack actions, but I believe only one of those can be utilized for the extra attack. So I believe you get 3 attacks total
3 attacks,
if you take
yeah.
both of them as attack actions.
Okay.
Which is still pretty fucking awesome.
That's pretty good. Okay, I will then... Yes, attack 3 times then. Smack... No, not disadvantage. Normal.
Actually, you know what, Kev? I take that back. You're going to get 4 attacks. Extra attack says very specifically you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. Whenever being the key word. It doesn't say once per turn. It says whenever you choose the attack action, you get it again. So you get 4 attacks. Sorry, I don't want to cheat you out of your sweet shit.
I dig it. I probably was going to bonus action attack anyway, but yes.
Fair enough. Okay, so attack 1 absolutely hits. Is that your total damage? 9? That's including your rage, correct? Okay.
Yep. That wasn't great. It wasn't great, but it was not 0, which is good. Here comes number 2. That's not gonna hit.
A 9 unfortunately misses. So the first one, you bash part of the wing. Actually, the maul goes through the rubbery flesh of the wing. If this thing was even capable of flying before, it definitely is going to have trouble now. That second strike, though, as it goes into a defensive position, kind of bounces off the edge of the bony part of the wing. And for your next attacks, if you are taking your next attacks.
Yes, absolutely. Next attack is going to be I'm probably going to put a superiority if I hit.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Okay.
Absolutely
Right, I'm doing a push attack. I know it's not going to push, but you know, it gives me the
that's
extra
because
stank.
it has to only be, what is it, large or smaller for push to work?
Yeah.
Okay. Or is it?
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. How does that work?
Yeah, when I hit with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die, add the total damage roll, and then if the target is large or smaller. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah.
But
so,
it still adds damage either way.
hell yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that superiority die, which I believe is what, a D10. Fuck. That's actually not
D8.
bad. Oh, D8. Hey, D8's still great.
Not
2's
bad.
not, but that's D8 still good.
Yeah.
All right. So you
okay.
smack it again. Again, this thing is just being bludgeoned. This wing is being absolutely mutilated by your strikes.
Okay. And last hit. Here we go. Okay, dirty 20.
Yeah, that's another hit.
Why did that not total up the same? It's weird.
Okay, so
That totaled up very strangely. Okay.
it was 15 bludgeoning, right? Oh yeah, that is weird. It says, oh yeah, the calculation is strange as fuck. But the total's still the same, right? 17 is accurate because you rolled double 6s on your 2d6s for the maul, plus your strength bonus of 3 is 15, and then your rage bonus damage is 2.
Do you have a feat that lets you auto reroll, like if it's under a certain amount? Because it could have been that.
No, I don't. Either way, pretty sure that hits. Oh, I see
yeah.
what happened here. 19. Yes, that all makes sense. I'm just looking at the very bottom little separate box for some reason. Okay.
Oh yeah, it just gives you like a weird new total. It takes the rage damage
Yeah.
plus the bludgeoning and adds it together.
Yep, and I'm just gonna put all my shit into this one. Add a Fury of the Small and another pushing attack.
Okay.
Just, you know what? This is the fucking end game. All right, so Fury of the Small gives me 10 extra damage, and pushing gives me another 2, so 12 extra damage.
So as this final hasted strike hits the leftmost portion of this creature's body and wing, there is an audible crack, and you see a bone splinter break through the skin and completely separate the bone and muscle structure of this thing's like lower wing extremity from the rest of it, and it goes completely dead limp. The dragon screams. The entirety of its lair actually shakes as its roar reverberates around the crystalline structures on the interior. The amethyst begins to shake and split, and you see this creature desperately trying to keep its eyes open and focus on you and Aurora.
I had said that was going to be the last attack, but I'm going to do the bonus action. Oh wait, no, it has to be 2. If I did a bonus, 2 weapons. Never mind. All right,
Yeah,
then
it's
I'm
2
going to
weapon
be like,
fighting. You get them.
yeah, be like, yeah, look at me, you motherfucker. I did that.
All right, so as you end your turn, the creature is going to spend a legendary action point, and it is going to attempt to tail attack you again. Oh, terrible. That's a 17. I think you have an 18. All right, so the tail
Any other
comes
day, that
down.
would've hit.
I know. So the tail comes down, whoosh, just barely misses you. And it continues to screech in anger. Gray, you are on turn 4. Doc.
I actually think that 9 was Aurora's. I went and looked at the YouTube thing. It ended up next to me because she was next to me, but I think the 9 was hers.
Okay, do we know what the 9 was from? Oh, no, because Hunter's Mark lasts an hour, doesn't it?
I'm not sure. I saw you move it with her on YouTube. It was a 10, you switched it to a 9, you moved it with her, and then it was next to me because she was next to me. I can go
Alright.
back. I'll find it in a second.
No, it's
but
okay.
I'll
Hang
do
on,
my
let me-
turn now. So
Let
it
me
holds up.
look at her character sheet really quick and just see if she's got any buffs listed that I should know about or debuffs.
Let me see if I can.
She does not. Okay, so that's alright. What we're going to say is that the 9 is gone, and whatever was there is also gone with it. So, okay, with that being said, though, Doc, your turn.
Okay, so she's going to 5, 10, 15. She is going to cast Revivify on Gray.
All right, I need to get my spreadsheet up real quick. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Somebody's got a hot mic. Just I'm not sure who it is. Okay. So you have a diamond.
Yes, I have
Okay.
3 of them.
So you
we're good.
remove the Revivify diamond. As you begin the incantation, the nugget begins to flash. Now, I believe the sanctuary goes away because you're casting a spell, correct?
No, it's only if I damage. It's only if I just because I looked at that too. If I damage another.
It's okay, I got it right here. So if you cast a spell that affects an enemy, deals damage to another creature, makes an attack, the spell ends. Perfect. Wow, that's a really. Why does everybody everywhere not fucking
I
use
know, once I
sanctuary and
discovered
protection
it-
from good and evil?
Do you know-
Why are we not using these spells, people?
Has anybody been telling how many times I've used it this campaign?
What
Because as
the
soon as
fuck?
I discovered it, it was like my main shit.
I was gonna say, yeah, when you discovered it 3 sessions ago, but those first 87 sessions were pretty fucking void of a
Actually,
first level spell.
Funny story about that. I'm running my own D&D sessions on Sunday for a group of friends. And one of them just trivialized my zombie encounter by casting what Doc
Turn
has
on
on.
dead.
No.
Sanctuary?
Sanctuary on
Yeah.
the tank.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, they could not hit him because they could not make that save.
That's true. Alright. So, okay, so Doc, as you begin the incantation and you still have a 3rd level spell slot?
Yeah, I have 3 of them. Well, now I have 2 of them.
Okay. And as you crush the diamond, as you crush the diamond, it evaporates in your hand, and the energy coalesces around your hand in this kind of glittery gold dust, and you thrust it downward into Gray's body. Okay, so Gray and Doc, I will let you two discuss this. Who wants to call the roll, and are we going to call it high or low?
Oh, Gray's doing it. I'm not.
I will also very happily tell you what your percentage is of failure if you would like.
No, I'm good. I'll take low.
Okay, low it is.
I like the surprise.
You don't want me calling the percentiles. You know that.
If only you still had the whistle, Doc. And then if I failed, I could still get up.
So, being at the low point, it was a 25% chance of failure, okay? Because this is the 6th death that Gray has taken upon himself. Which means, choosing low, if we roll a 1 to 25, it is a failure.
No.
Alright, so I do have the roll pulled up on stream right now, just so that
saw
we
it.
don't have an issue with anybody questioning it. The roll was a 16. So, Doc, you feel the spell activate. And as the spell activates, Gray, your spirit, which has been drifting just for a few moments into the void, is being racked currently by darkness and shadow and every nightmare you've ever had since you could remember, since you were a child. It fills your consciousness to such a depth that as you hear Doc calling for you in the distance, and you turn around ever so slightly to see the small golden nugget floating towards you, it suddenly drops into a void and is gone. Gray, you have stone souled, and you cannot be revivified ever again. Doc, you feel the spell activate, and you feel your subconscious drift into the realm of Nether, and as it does so, your vision becomes ethereal in nature, and you see Gray's spirit hovering just above his body, but as you go to grab it, black tendrils erupt from Mithliatora's large amethyst on the back of his body, excuse me, and wrap around his spirit and lift him just out of reach of your spell, preventing it from taking effect. And the spell ends, and Gray remains lifeless. You know that he has just stone souled. What do you do? That was your action, and that was also your bonus action, or excuse me, your environmental action to remove it from your backpack, the diamond.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Healing Word on Aurora at 4th level.
Okay, you don't have to be able to see her, right?
Let me double check that. No, it does. It says that you can see. I'm assuming I can't see past the
You
thing.
cannot see
Okay.
past a creature that is technically gargantuan.
In that case, I'm actually going to drink my potion, my superior potion. Oh no, that's an action, isn't it? Not bonus action.
It is, yep. I will allow you to utilize your bonus action to remove it, if you'd like, from your backpack so you don't have to waste the environmental action next time.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Alright, anything else?
Nope, because I can't yell anything since I use my environmental, so that's it.
That is true. Doc, your turn ends, and Mithliatora is going to use another... Actually, she's going to use her last 2 legendary actions to use her Spore Salvo, and she's going to spray as she breathes deep and looks down at, excuse me, I keep saying she, I just assume she's a bad bitch. It's a he identifies as male. But as he breathes deep, you see his eyes kind of glisten down at you, Aurora, and in Draconic, as the fungal spores begin to bubble out of his mouth and in between his jowls, you hear him shout down at you in Draconic.
Looks like I got Mr. Gray forever.
And the spores vomit down onto you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, and this is poison, so I get it with advantage.
That is correct.
Okay, well, hopefully Garl likes me more than he liked Gray.
I'm sure he does.
Probably does.
Not with the legendary thing, I doubt.
A 16, because of your halfling stoutness, is just what you needed to survive this attack. And not only do you not take half damage, you take no damage. It was all or nothing. As the spores coalesce around you, you inhale deeply, wipe the shit from your mouth, and are unaffected by this creature's attack. And that, Aurora, brings us to your turn.
She's going to look up at this thing. She's going to grab her blades, drop the bow to the side, grab her blades for her environmental, burn a spell slot to light one of these blades on fire.
Okay.
Burn a level spell slot for that.
I'm sorry, what?
Burn the first level spell slot for that.
Okay, got it.
Yep. And just say, I wouldn't be so sure. And then she's going to try and murder this thing.
Okay. So, as you do that, Aurora, not one, but both of the blades ignite, and they ignite furiously to the point where fire is actually almost in liquefied form dripping off the end of the blades. Something in you is furious by what this thing just insinuated to you. Go ahead and give me some attacks.
Yeah, okay. see. We have attack 1. That's also going to get Hunter's Mark, and then is it 1d6 for fire?
It's 1d4 for these blades.
Okay. So we've got a d6 for Hunter's Mark and a d4. So that'll be, I did not mean to roll that twice for that d4.
Yeah, it's no problem.
So that is
So
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 there.
Okay, so the first blade goes up and into into the bottom of its jaw, and you see the blade pierce through and sizzle and is stuck inside of its mouth. You see its whole body begin to falter, and it begins to breathe heavily, this noxious fume onto you. Go ahead and make the second attack.
Okay. So we have the second one, which is the... okay. So I have 2 weapon fighting, but I also have 2 attacks per action. I don't...
So you
is
get
that-
another attack, and then
Okay.
I believe you can also use your bonus action for a third attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Then there is...
That's what I was trying to do before, but I realized I had 2 weapons.
And you were carrying a
Two-handed
fucking
weapon.
maul.
Yeah.
Okay, the 21 absolutely hits with the... Okay, for a total of 5, 6, because you don't get Slayer's Prey on the second attack.
I'm used... It's the same as Hunter's Mark, so I'm just not rolling for d6.
But Hunter's Mark only procs once per turn, right?
Hunter's Mark is the every time, because that's a spell slot 1.
Your Slayer's Play only triggers once, while Hunter's Mark triggers every time.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So, Aurora, as you slash up into this thing's jaw with the first blade, you feel the sizzle kind of cauterize around the fleshy bits underneath its mouth, up into its tongue. It begins to fume furiously and screech down at you. You see blood pouring out of it from every angle. Its left wing has almost completely been removed from it as it is so broken and shattered. And with the remaining 5, 6, 7, 8 hit points of damage that you deal, and it literally only having 1 because it started this turn with 13 and you just dealt 12, Aurora, how would you like to do this?
Yeah, baby.
Let's go.
I am pretty sure it's exactly that. She says the I wouldn't be so sure, and it is the ceremonial dagger and great grandpappy and the, overly dramatic fire that's already been described, and she just cuts true into this thing. It is that cold, well, not cold, very fiery efficiency here, and just she looks this thing in its eye as she cuts deep.
So as you feel the first dagger blow stick into its jaw, you pull it down to your level because you will not be talked down to. You slash upwards at it, and you feel a presence immediately enter your mind.
Decapitate it. Now.
And with that, the second blade almost instinctually comes across as if something has grabbed your left hand and sliced across the throat of this beast so deep that it does partially decapitate it. You get all the way back to the spinal cord, sever through a few major arteries, and as the explosion of dark black Icaran blood pour out onto you, Mythliatora screeches one last time before taking a breath. And as your blades withdraw, it tumbles off the edge of its lair and in to darkness. And combat has effectively ended.
Holy shit, we fucking did it!
Doc drops to one knee, grabs Gray by his collar, and starts shaking the fuck out of him.
So, Ree, you look over, and Doc is, like, beating up Gray's corpse.
She's not punching him, but she's just shaking him. And she's saying, "You better come back, you asshole. I'm not done."
Oh shit, oh no, he's dead. Wait, does that mean he got his soul?
Revivify didn't work, but I can't raise Dad till tomorrow.
Okay, all right. We'll take him back. We'll take him back, and we'll bring him back to life. Where do we got to go? Where do we got to take him?
No, wait. Maybe we can have a scroll brought to us.
Here?
Yeah, we were gonna get it right out, right? Can't we just ask him to bring us a scroll?
So Doc, as you're talking to Ree, suddenly Ree, the potion, as the minute comes up, wears off, and you immediately go into a stunned state as the fatigue hits you hard.
If I reach out to Xavier,
It only lasts for a few seconds, but
Just gonna go lay down for a minute.
Aurora's at this point is gonna pick her stuff back up, wipe the dragon ichor. It's kind of that almost like autopilot. Wipe the dragon ichor off and start moving over. It's a little bit of a limp, but she's moving over.
as you begin to move over, Aurora, you feel the same warm presence enter the back, like the base of your skull, and kind of wrap around the outside of your brain. This time, almost as if your brain is being hugged. And you hear,
There we go. This is why I planted my seed far and wide. Aurora. Good girl.
Doc has.
Stop, so sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as you walk up, Doc's got tears just streaming down her face, and she's looking through her backpack, knowing she doesn't have anything to help. She has stopped shaking Gray's corpse. But yeah, she's like kind of digging through her backpack, and then when she sees you come up, she will actually touch the tattoo and cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on you.
So to great grandfather, her steps kind of falter a little bit, but she's still focused. We're not out of here yet, so she keeps moving. She does smile a little bit, just thanks to the very more than doubling of the hit points that were remaining.
Yeah, that's double my hit points right now too.
Yeah, and then okay. You need to reach out to Xavier. Get us to safety. Then we can bring him back tomorrow.
I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I'm here right now. I have the fucking diamonds right now. I have the ability right now, and it's not going to work right now.
Yes. And she's staying very, very calm. You're right. Or we could do it in a place where Garl's presence can be more easily felt. We can
I'm
teleport.
afraid to leave here. I'm afraid his spirit's going to stay.
That's never been how things...
Have you ever fought a fucking dragon made of gems before? Nothing is normal.
No, but I have faith in you. You'll bring him back.
She takes a second and she just closes her eyes. And she's going to start internally saying like the typical prayers to Garl that they would say in church. And then partway through, she's just gonna start kind of like talking to him, like, just give me the strength that I need to get through this. Make sure that Gray's spirit comes with us so that I can actually do my job tomorrow.
So, Doc, make a religion check for me, please. Okay. So, Doc, you feel the presence of the trickster, of the happy-go-lucky god of luck, kind of enter your being momentarily, and you feel invigorated. Within that invigoration comes your divine intervention ability being immediately restored to you. It does not mean that it will succeed when you use it, but it has reduced its 7-day cooldown to right now.
She still has her eyes closed. I'm assuming Aurora's watching her still, but you'll see a smile creep across her face. Her hand will go up to the gold nugget. And she's going...
You guys all see the nugget glows as soon as she touches it. It begins to...
She's gonna put her hand on it gently and say, Garl, I know you're here, and I know you're hearing me. Can you please help me bring back my friend?
All right. So, Candace, do you want to roll percentiles?
No, I want you to do.
All right. High or low?
How does it work again on this? No,
So,
doesn't it go 1 to 10?
It is 1 to 10. So it's always based on your character level. So it's always even at 20th level, you only have a 20% chance to succeed.
Yeah.
But so if we roll a 1, if we roll 10 or less, it succeeds.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so close.
It was so close, you guys. It was a 13.
Can I use a reverse inspiration to take away?
No, it doesn't
I know,
work
I
like
know.
that.
It
Reverse
was so
plus.
close. Thank you, though, for that, regardless.
But 13. But so you feel the warmth encompasses your body, and what it does is it it lays a sense of calm upon your mind and upon your spirit, and the feeling that is trying to be portrayed to you from this entity, even through your failure, is everything's going to be okay.
She takes a audible deep breath and she opens her eyes. Okay. I'm going to reach out to Expulsia so he can bring us back, and tomorrow we'll have Gray back.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sleepy.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Sending to Expulsia.
Okay, and what do you say?
Oh, 1 second. It's just gonna be, we somehow managed. Need transport back. In its lair. Currently, Gray is dead. We'll fix him tomorrow.
Okay, Doc, you do receive a response. And the response is as follows. My goodness, is that what the shudder through the plains was? Good for you. I'll be there momentarily, but I'm going to need to locate you, so let me in, little kitty. Let me in. And as soon as the spell fades, Doc, you feel this nagging presence about your psyche, as if something or somebody is trying to spy or scry on you from a distance. You can resist it or willingly allow it.
She'll willingly allow it, for sure.
Oh, there we are. Oh my goodness, it is dark down there, isn't it? Give me just a few moments. And Doc, as you feel the spell fade. There is a loud, inaudible that kind of ripples through the interior of this chamber. And as it does so, a circle flashes into existence around you, and out steps the familiar form of your beloved Xavier. In his elven form, although he does have the silver dragon scale mask currently bearing his presence to all of you. And as he steps through, he says, "We've only got a moment." Oh no. He looks down at you, Doc. Why haven't you brought him back?
I tried. He's stone sold, and I stupidly used my abilities for healing.
Shit. Come, get him through. Ree, pick your boyfriend up.
Okay,
Let's go
wait.
back
First,
then.
yeah. First, I gotta find Joseph. Can somebody find my goat, please? I'm super sleepy. This stuff really hits you hard when it's done.
I'm going to try and find the goat.
What is she doing?
But as I go to step past Doc, I'm going to bump up against her and dump my last spell slot into her for a 3rd level cure.
Okay, go ahead and
It's
cast that
very
spell.
much the Wisconsin
Oh.
just gonna
I knew it. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Gonna scooch right past you there. All right. So Xavier kind of looks around, and he kind of eyeballs this little rock in the distance, which Joseph died up and about here. And he kind of holds his palm out, and as he does so, he rubs a little ring on his index finger that has a brain on it, and a little brain encrusted gem. And as he does so, you see the rock in the distance kind of glow a very, very light purple, and kind of rise up into the air and fly into his hand as he performs telekinesis. And he holds it out to you, Ree.
Oh, there he is. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, now, everybody into the circle, please.
Oh yeah, and Ree will pick up. Yeah, hooray!
All right.
And all right, yeet him into the circle, and then yeet herself into the circle.
Yeet! All right, so let me.
very small thing, but there's amethyst shard you said everywhere, right?
Yes, everywhere. What you see is what you get. It's encrusting everything.
If there is any that got damaged in this immediate vicinity, I just want to take a chunk of that small little piece before we go.
Easy.
Okay. So, you know how she is about trophies.
I love what you have just done. God, I guess we're gonna have to keep this campaign going, huh? Okay.
Yay!
As Aurora, as soon as you guys get back, I'm back, motherfuckers. Oh my God, that was that thing's phylactery. Okay, so
The end, or is it?
or is it?
The end? Question mark.
All right. So you can add a chunk of amethyst of Mythlia Tora's amethyst to your backpack.
What if I just went normal amethyst? Yeah, I'm adding it.
Okay. So you are, as you step through, you guys are teleported. Give me one moment. All right, so
Oh, thank goodness.
There is a flash of blue energy as the teleportation circle activates when you step through. And as you rematerialize, you find yourselves back in the Grizzly Dens Tavern in the city of Kerberg. Xavier is in front of you. The blue curtain has been drawn around the edge of the room, and you are in a safe haven. Xavier, at this point, puts his hand in front of his face and, almost in a removing of mask-like fashion, pulls the scales from his face, which then flutter out of existence. He looks down at the lot of you, and he says, "I knew you were going to do it, but I did not realize at what cost." He looks down at Gray. "Doc, how long has he been gone?"
Not even a full minute, but when I tried, well, now I guess it's been a full minute, but when I tried to bring him back, it failed. I can perform Raise Dead, but we don't have a scroll, and I don't have the ability at the moment. I need to rest first.
He smiles, and he says, "Oh, you don't have a scroll?"
I was going to ask you for it first, but they told me to tell you to bring us back.
Oh, alright, well, pin the blame on your friends then. No, but for real. And he holds his right palm up, the one that was glowing with telekinesis, and as he rubs the brain-gemmed ring again, all of the bowls and plates on the table fling in opposite directions against the wall, and he points at the table. "Put his corpse there, please." And he begins to rummage through a pouch.
There we go. Huffs him up onto the table. Wow, he's so fucking light.
So you put it. He is so light. So you put his body up onto the table. You lay him down, and Xavier looks down at you, Doc, and he says, "I know what you need to do. So just take this from me as a thank you for putting a stop to something that could have been something much more than what you allowed it to be."
Thank you.
No,
She'll take the
thank
scroll.
you.
She's trying not to look frantic, but her hands are shaking. And she'll unroll it, look it over, make sure she's comfortable with it, and then she's gonna stop for a second and take out a gnomish macaroon. Place it on his chest, and then she's going to start casting Raise Dead from the scroll.
Alright. Can you cast 5th level spells?
Yes. I actually have Raise Dead in memory, I just don't have any more
Oh,
slots.
perfect. So I don't even need to make your ass
Nope.
fucking read it. I
That's why
literally
I was
just...
like, son of a bitch, I fucking healed you guys.
As a DM who always says you can cast any scroll you want, so you just gotta make the check for it.
Yeah.
I was already starting to look, and I was like, yep, that's a DC 17. Okay,
yeah,
let's
no,
go.
I have it in memory.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, DC 15, not 17. Anyways, okay, so, perfect. So, you begin the ritual of Raise Dead. You draw the circle around him. As you draw the circle, you begin to place small effigies at the feet and at the head and at the hands. As you would do, you then begin to place small chunks of golden nuggets over his eyes. You put one small piece in his mouth and you close it, and you begin the incantation. Now, this ritual does take an hour. So, as this ritual is happening, as for any of you who are aware of how my resurrections work, if there is a ritual being performed to bring a creature back from the dead, meaning anything other than the Revivify spell, PCs can all add a token or gift or some sort of something. You can try to add something to the ritual that might mean something to the dead individual that will reduce their chance of failing from coming back. Doc has already done that by placing a macaroon within this ritual circle. So I will leave it to Aurora and Ree. If you would like to try this, you are more than welcome to. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it works against you if it's something offensive, which, by the way, in the past we have had happen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I remember that arrow.
all right, so we'll leave that, though. You don't have to. Doc, if you want to explain it to them as you're performing the ritual, I'll let you guys kind of roleplay that. We have a couple hours of roleplay now,
Okay.
so...
Yeah, so maybe she would do it before she. So we'll say when she placed the macaron on his chest, she'll turn to the other two, and she'll say, "If there's anything that you think might compel him to accept this, to come back, now would be the time to place it. It could increase our chances of having him back." And she'll look over at Aurora. I know you guys didn't see. Well, I know that you guys weren't always on the same page, but
You were gonna say eye to eye, weren't you?
oh, you always, but but if you have anything that you think might help, I would appreciate it because I care about him.
Well, I mean, I guess he did give me this ring. I mean, I don't know if it means like it's like rejecting him or something like that. But I mean, I know he does have a special person that was trying to get back to. I don't know if she's dead, isn't she?
She is, but he might see it as you kind of releasing him to her. That might be good, Ree.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ree takes off her ring of jumping, and she'll kind of put it on one of Gray's fingers, which probably now is probably about the same size. I'd assume, maybe a little bit too big for his finger at this point.
A little bit. He, honestly, yeah, he's pretty scrawny. He's got some bony ass fingers, and it has nothing to do with being dead.
Yeah. I imagine goblins have like big knuckles too, so I mean, there's that too. But so yeah, she'll put it on like his index finger, and I mean, I'm still hoping for that date. So I mean, I don't know if that's going to keep him in the underworld or not, but you know, we're gonna go on that date, big guy. Pats his chest.
And Doc will lean
Alright.
down and whisper, "I made a short joke at Aurora."
I should give it +10, honestly.
All right, so Gray, what does Gray? Gray, you feel as you are drifting through the Nether, and you feel the binds of Mythliatora still holding on to you, force feeding you, essentially, almost like as if you had a funnel in your mouth, force feeding you these nightmares and this dark, brooding energy, this negative emotion, and holding you back from reality, convincing you that you are not worth existing, which is why you stone sold. You begin to smell the scent of raspberry and pistachio macarons. And it brings you back to a time when you were getting your ass kicked by Jvart and giant bears and goblins and, yes, gnolls too. And then you see Doc standing in the distance, holding a platter of gnomish macarons of all flavors, not just the delicious pistachio-flavored ones. Does that compel your spirit to move closer to being saved?
A part of me wants to say no, but just to do a bit of trolling. But no, Gray definitely would, because he knows he has promises to fulfill.
And as you
Things that he
begin
himself wants to do.
And as you begin to successfully move back towards the scent and the visual of the gnomish macarons and Doc holding the tray, you feel the presence not only of a ring, which by the way is beautiful, but is magically enchanted, and you feel, instead of your legs being bound and broken by death, you feel that they have the ability to spring now and leap through the nether, closer and closer as you see the visage of a very tall but very Ree in the distance. Does that compel your spirit to move, or do you reject that?
You.
I think. No, this one's very 50-50.
This is all RP, so you tell me exactly what you would like.
So I think.
Would you like me to have you roll a check of some sort or a save to help make your decision, or...
No,
Okay.
I think Gray would move forward. Because if he turns back, they won't be turning back. And as I said before, there's stuff he wants to do. And one of those promises is indeed going on dates with Ree, because she offered part of her soul for him.
Perfect. So, at this point, as the ritual is about halfway through, 30 minutes in, Kat, I'll get to you in just a sec, I see you. I know you got something. You always got something. She's been holding on to some fucking trinket that's been in her bag for like 6 months. So, just, you know, failing or stone souling does not increase your death count, which is good, because between 6 deaths and 7 deaths, you go from a 25% chance of failure to a 50. So that's a big fucking jump. So you were still at 25, and 2 successes has moved you from 25% failure to 15% failure. So we are succeeding at this challenge. Aurora, I know you got something. I saw that fucking smile on your face.
Well, so I was looking through and I realized I sold the sentimental shit because, I mean, Gray is Gray. But no, Aurora's going to step forward and she's going to remove 2 small objects and place them down. One is a small silver key with the House of the Dwarf Lord emblazoned on one side of it, and the other is a piece of platinum. And she's going to just speak to him and just say, you know, when you were here, taught me a lot about magic. I liked you for like 5 minutes. But, you know, then you are you. So, there's that. But, really, this is a tip I should have given you after that hell of a performance you put on. So, hope you come back so that we can go back.
So, Gray, as you are now bounding through the void, your legs finally working again, moving towards the wonderful scent of fresh gnomish macarons, behind your 2 companions materializes the entrance to the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn, and next to Doc, on Doc's right-hand side, you see the visage of Aurora materialize, and she reaches into a small pouch and she tosses you a platinum coin, and she says to you as you hear her through the nether, "You know, this is the tip I should have given you for that hell of a performance you made. Come on." And you feel her presence beckon you towards the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn with the remainder of your friends. Do you accept that as a reason to move back towards the light, or do you reject it?
Sorry, I was told not to go to Milton again. I don't think I can do this. No, he'd definitely take the coin, and I think he'd actually toss it back as he walks forward. And he'll go, I think you should give me this in person.
And as you do so...
There's no way you'd say this to me. For real.
And as you do so, you hand the coin back, and the coin, as it transfers from your hand to her hand, vanishes, and the ritual comes to a conclusion. We have had 3 successes, which have brought you from a 25% chance of failure to a 10% chance for failure, which is an excellent, excellent group ritual roll. I love doing these things, by the way. Revivify pisses me off because I don't get to do this with Revivify, but we've had some cool stuff happen in
I wrote a song.
ritual stuff. Oh, the
So-
songs and the speeches.
Yeah.
I had a guy show up one time, a paladin player, show up with a 3-page speech that we were all we were weeping out of game because I was like, where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah.
Okay,
So what
so
I'm hearing is I should have declined Aurora.
shake it up a bit. Okay, so Gray and Doc, we have a 10% chance of failure here. I need to know who is going to call high or low.
Lucy, what do you want this time? You want to do it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Alright, I heard lightning never strikes twice. So I'm gonna take the opposite. I want high.
High, so we are understanding that a 90 to 100 is a failure.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't like that love.
I think it's an 89. Let's see
Either
what you
that
make.
or it was like an 8% again.
I don't like that you're just staring at the camera.
I'm not staring at the camera. I'm looking at my middle screen because I know how to set shit up on the fly. So, all right, here you go. There you go.
Yeah, that was
80
close.
fucking
Ooh,
4.
boy.
Very, very close. So,
Come on, Xavier,
Doc.
you can roll higher. Try again.
Man, what are you trying to do?
It's Lucy.
So, Lucy, Gray, as the ritual comes to a conclusion and your friends, even if they're not necessarily friends, your companions, because you can't deny their companionship at this point in your journey,
No, I
They-
think you see them as friends at this point.
they come to fruition and they begin to materialize around you. Doc, you feel the raise dead spell succeed, and you feel yourself latch on to the tail end of Gray's soul and begin to forcefully pull it down and into his body. As that happens, Gray, there is a flash of white light, and you find yourself momentarily sitting in an empty white abyss with a golden sun above you shining down. And as you look down at your hands and you look down at your legs, you realize that your skin is no longer alabaster. It's light bronze. You look at the beds of your fingernails and realize that they are no longer dark red. They are golden in hue. And you feel something warm burning brightly above the crown of your skull. An entity materializes in front of you. A presence that feels paternal in nature as it exudes a fatherly presence down upon you. You hear a voice speak out.
Gray? Gray? My boy? Is that you?
Is this the figure, the old man from the camp?
It is not. The figure you see before you is so wreathed in golden light, in just raw, unadulterated sunlight, that you can barely make it out.
Do I know you?
Of course you know me, Gray. You're my son. Where are you? Your mother and I have been worried for ages. We thought you dead decades ago. Where are you?
Well, I've got good news and bad news.
Give me the bad news first.
I think I'm currently dead.
And the good?
I think I'm being brought back to life.
Wonderful. My baby. Mommy and I will get you home as soon as we can. Whoever is bringing you back and whoever has freed you from your curse, give them thanks. We will see you soon. Mount Celestia has not been the same without you. And we need you. We need you here. Prince Cherie, you are needed here. Go in peace, my boy. I'll tell Mummy.
And the presence fades from your mind, and as it happens, Doc finishes the incantation. Doc, your gold nugget dissolves. It immediately burns away from your chest and into the body of Gray, and as it does so, you see Gray's form almost envelope in shadow momentarily, and Gray, you have an option at this point to go one of two directions. You can either maintain your Gray personality, which is where you are at right now as a fallen Aasimar, or with Doc's sacrifice, an investment into this ritual, and the death of Mithliatora, you can choose to ascend and become a normal Protector Aasimar.
You know what, Xavier? I think I'm gonna go for both. I am gonna go back as just Gray for now.
Okay, so you're going back as just Gray, Dark Gray, or are you going just back, or are you going as like a neutrality Gray?
No, this is Dark Gray.
Okay, so Doc, as the nugget shatters over the body and begins to rematerialize his form, you feel a rejection of positive energy, and the nugget clasps back onto the band hanging around your neck, and it rematerializes as your holy symbol, and Gray takes a breath as his chest begins to rise and fall. His cheeks gain color, although not by much, because he's pretty fucking pasty. They regain color, and you see his eyes flicker open. What do you guys do?
She will throw her arms around his neck and give him a big hug. And she's gonna say, I'm sorry I shook you when you died.
Wait, so am I like on 1 HP?
Yeah, you're at, you've got 1 HP. And 1 bardic inspiration left, I think. Or no, you've got 1. Oh, actually, you know what?
One shadow point.
Nope, the shadow point is gone. So the illness was removed when Mithliatora died. So as Gray opens his eyes, you guys see the, now that he is alive, because you can't really remove that from a corpse, but as his eyes flicker open, you see the veins recede up his cheeks into his eyes and then fade. And although he's still pretty dark, because, I mean, let's be honest, Gray's a pretty fucking shady dude regardless, the purple glowing veins completely recede. The darkness of his eyes, the darkness of his fingernails, they all recede and vanish as he takes liveliness once more with Mithliatora's death.
Ree just jumps up too and wraps her arms around both Doc and Gray. Like, it worked! It worked this time! Nice! I'm so glad you're back!
Like the record to show, Aurora does not group hug at all.
Noted.
Come on.
Give me a hug, you big bitch.
A little bit.
Yeah, it is little bitch. No, I forgot she's not a half orc.
This is a half orc sized rejection of this hug.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, just refreshing.
Oh, okay. I was like, holy shit. You didn't even just go dark. Your whole
He rage
screen just
quit.
fucking vanished. Okay.
You rejected the hug.
All right. So,
Yeah, so I think Gray would kind of just look up at the ceiling as people are hugging him and go, "This isn't the Underdark. What happened to Mythliator? Also, ow."
Well, he got.
Aurora stabbed the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, so I really did.
And I hit him a couple times with a hammer with my maul, but fuck, dude, like you should have seen it, man. Like fucking, it was terrifying, honestly. But there was like fire and there was fucking knives and there was stab, and then he fucking fell into the abyss. It was pretty gnarly.
I see.
Told you. You're gonna make it out of that. One way or another. But,
Technically, I made it out dead, but I guess that works.
yeah, but you know
Beggars
what?
Can't be choosy, Gray.
And luck was on your side.
I think it was on my side. I wouldn't be dead.
Yep.
Yes.
She also looks absolutely past Gray as she says that part across the room to Doc.
I have to apologize to you all. I was basically useless in that battle. I got a single spell off, and that's all I could get.
Because you were dead.
Apology accepted, Gray.
Also, you made for a fine distraction. We'll have to remember that for next time.
Yeah. However,
Speaking-
next
speaking
time
of
someone
next time-
tries to revivify you, maybe come back. Maybe accept it and don't cause me a bunch of distress.
Sorry, I was dealing with unending nightmares and shadows.
I want to give you an inspiration point, but I don't know if it's worth it at this juncture. But that's awesome.
So you'll have to forgive me this one.
Well, I think we need
As
to.
for next time, I heard more voices. Well, a single one. And it's a giant glowing aura. Not the first voice to say that they're my family. I haven't had a good record of that, so just in case they have said they're coming.
Do you believe that they're your family?
Honestly, I think this time I'm willing to take the shot. Unless the giant ball of fire that speaks about Mount Celestia is not.
It sounds accurate.
You see Xavier smile.
Wait, what? A giant ball of fire? What?
Well, it was man-shaped.
Okay, so you need to get to.
Doesn't make it better.
I think
Doesn't
No.
make it better.
That actually makes it 10 times worse.
You see how that's worse, right?
No, it's I. When things want to trick people, they don't show their actual form. Something that's actually a ball of fire in the shape of a man is not going to show up as a ball of fire in the shape of a man if they have bad intentions. I think this might be the real deal. Great. You had talked about Mount Celestia before. Can we get you there? Can we help?
I think they're coming here, to be honest. They said they're gonna find me.
Well, maybe we shouldn't be in the middle of a populated town. We've already been banned from several.
Only one.
And in a wooden
I just
building.
wanted in the other.
And in a wooden
Oh
building.
shit! Yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here. If there's a Burning Man coming to see you.
It's probably holy fire. It won't burn.
Xavier puts his hand up. First of all, holy fire would completely annihilate this entire city. So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
It's not gonna just destroy the tavern.
Secondly, Gray did indeed meet a celestial being. Prince Ashradar, who is one of the princes of the high banking guilds of Mount Celestia, many, many years ago, had a baby snatched up from his sleeping quarters and stolen away into the darkest recesses of oblivion. That baby happens to be Mr. Grey. And with the freedom of corruption that was Mythliatora and Northraxian over the last 30-some-odd years, Prince Ashradar can now see and feel the presence of his own spawn, and does desperately want to reclaim him for the greater good of Mount Celestia. But, according to the messages I have been receiving over the last couple of minutes, Mr. Grey rejected Ascension, and there's nothing wrong with that. But maybe he can speak on that note, and maybe we can help our little prince get back to where he belongs, if that's truly what he would like. And if not, maybe just making contact with your family would help you solidify a place here on the Prime Material, Mr. Grey.
Wait, did you just say you're a prince to a banking angel?
I guess so. I can barely believe that I'm from Celestia, to be honest.
Greg, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why didn't you ascend?
Because, Doc, I believe I promised you that I'd tell you when I want to ascend. And I'd like to do that if you wouldn't mind.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
God damn, you take all the inspiration motherfucking points!
I did say I'm taking both.
I know!
I just want everybody to know that I saved a first level spell slot for this, so I can
It's
do
true.
it right now.
It is true.
So Doc will give him a nod and smirk, and then she's gonna sit crisscross applesauce in front of him and cast Ceremony.
Ooh.
And this will be for
Is the ceremony a ritual?
yeah, it is.
Are you casting it
Damn
as a
you,
ritual
Cat.
or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 10 minutes.
Actually, it says an hour.
Oh, it's an hour. Okay, so you guys are gonna sit here for an hour?
So before she starts, she's gonna look at everybody and say, "This is gonna take a minute. Maybe get drinks or food." And we
Oh, I
will
got a
join you."
portable hole full of beer.
There you go.
Do you really? Oh, you do, don't you?
I got a cask of ale.
What the fuck?
Actually,
Oh, the things we acquire along the way.
2 gallons of ale.
Aurora's going to reach into her own bag of holding and pull out a where is it? What is it called in here? 1 second. Oh,
you can
she's going
leave
to
the food to
pull
me.
he's going to pull out a 43-pound cask that just reeks of Firebelly the second it makes it into the open air.
She's had that for a while, guys.
She has been sitting on that fucking cask for, what,
Oh shit.
60 sessions?
Yeah, she
I
told
think
me about it
somewhere
a
right
long
around
time
there.
ago.
No, it's maybe not 60. I think it's been like 30, but still, that's a lot of weeks worth
We
of
took
alcohol.
the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn, and for the record, this is 400 shots of Firebelly.
Yup. So
Holy
everyone's
shit, you've
gonna
been
have
holding out on me?
everybody's gonna die tonight. Everybody in the club's getting
Getting
dead
tipsy.
sea.
Dead
No,
sea.
ain't no tipsy in this motherfucker with that much fire belly.
Doc
We-
is. Go
I
ahead.
told you I had a present for you when we made it out.
And I have a gift of my own. What does everyone want to eat? I can probably make it.
You guys look over as you're all discussing and pulling things out, and Xavier is weeping quietly into his hands.
Well, Doc cannot leave somebody crying, so she's gonna go over to him and put a tiny gnome hand on his elbow. Are you okay?
He kind of looks down at you as you touch his elbow. an entity like me who watches sentient races grow and live and prosper and die, and those who fail. When I get to see these moments of celebration and jubilation, it brings me to tears, because it does not happen often. Yes, I am fine. I am more than fine. I have been moved to pleasure, to emotion, raw emotion. So please, go.
She'll give a little pat on his elbow and say,
Do your thing.
"You should come to the family reunion." And then she'll go back over to the table.
Doc, you hear as you move back to the table, there is a presence that enters your mind, and you hear, I will be at the family reunion, and I will be there for the remainder of eternity, so long as I am accepted. Thank you.
She'll sit down in front of Gray and she'll say, "Okay, follow my lead." And she'll sit crisscross applesauce, and she will wait until he does the same.
Before we do that, I'm gonna cast Create Food.
Okay, great
Listen,
food.
I'm gonna
Nacho cheese fountain, please.
I mean, it doesn't say what I can create. It just says it's enough to feed 15 people. So
You're
So,
doing
one-
create food and water, right?
yeah,
Okay, so you create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers within range, enough to sustain 15 humanoids and 5 steeds for 24 hours. The food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten. So, Gray, make an Arcana check,
Roll high.
because none of my arcane casters ever have proficiency in fucking Arcana.
Guidance.
Okay, I'll allow it.
D4.
D4. Oh, she beat me to it. Oh.
you know what, Xavier? I think I will use that DM inspiration.
All right,
There
roll
you
it.
go.
Do it. Fucking roll it.
Add your +1. Hey!
Oh, that's a
One-
dirty
20.
20 total. So, as Gray he mutters his incantation, and as he holds his hands outward, getting off the table, by the way, now, he conjures the entire table. In the very dead center of the table is a massive metallic fountain of nacho cheese, and around the base of it are tortilla chips and vegetables that you can dip into the cheese. Around that is a layer of macarons, followed by a layer of just dirty, nasty-ass smoked meats. They're delicious, by the way, but it's got a little bit of a pungent odor. And then on the outside of that are the hard and cold cheeses with crackers and little knives in the top of those bitches. Enjoy. And it is not bland. It is delicious. Also, there's some water in the
fifth
room.
level on that.
Hell yeah.
If I had a 5th level, we wouldn't need to scroll.
That's true.
Listen, I got to cast one spell. I have a lot of spell slots left.
Great.
To be fair, your BBEG fucked you up. He
It was
bolted
supposed
for
to.
you.
I entered that fight with 4 HP poisoned and blind.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, you entered that whole fight as Helen Keller, and that's
The odds
terrible.
were very stacked against you, yeah.
The fact that you survived 6 rounds before you went down was pretty impressive.
Yeah, Doc was...
And you can thank Aurora for that because of the fucking fire elemental.
Doc remained on the table, but as food started appearing around her, I feel like she'd be sitting crisscross applesauce. She'd like grab a chip and dip it into the fountain.
It's fucking delicious. It's got chorizo, by the way.
Ooh, nachos.
Fuck yeah.
Really, please don't swim in this one.
Not till after we're done eating.
She was like just taking off her pants. Oh, okay.
All right, let's eat a little bit. Gray, you should enjoy what you made. And then we're going to do a ceremony.
Also, Gray is at 1 hit point. Doc, you are essentially, your organs are hanging out, and Aurora is literally scarred, bruised, battered. She's fucking.
Oh,
I'm better
shit.
than I thought.
Guys,
I didn't
here.
update my thing.
Here, guys, have some potions, y'all. I got this supreme and the superior. Drink it.
Holy shit! That's...
I have a supreme as well. Actually, that's what I was. Actually,
Oh my god, you guys all had these.
Still has it in her hand right now.
I had a greater.
Remember, I took it out of my backpack.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, yeah, she'll drink it.
All right, roll some dice.
You drinking Re Supreme?
No, the one she had in her fucking hand from my last turn that she never got
Oh,
a chance
God.
to drink.
While they are drinking potions and eating nacho cheese, Aurora's gonna just take a second, like as she's looking at the usual chaos, and just kind of wow, there are some numbers being rolled. And just mentally,
Jesus Christ.
she's gonna
Holy shit.
say this twice, but it's in two different directions. One of which is the mental draconic thought, which is just thank you. And the second is sent in with much more golden intent behind it, and a little bit more of a prayer, and she's going to say thank you.
Make a religion check, please.
Yep, so 1 to Great Grandpappy, 1 to Garl. I'm so good at the religions.
Oh, that's actually not bad. So, you say thank you to the draconic entity, and there is an immediate response. Before you even get the you off, you are saying thank you, and you immediately hear in your mind,
You're welcome, granddaughter. Go in peace, and allow the cinders of eternity to burn forever in your soul.
and the second response is simply, or the second call out or shout out is responded to with just a warm, spider-like presence down the back of your neck to your shoulder blades before it vanishes. Yeah, I said spider-like. That sounds really uncomfortable, but it was
very creepy.
yeah, it was more comforting than I made it sound. I apologize. I used the wrong fucking. That's what I get for trying to.
Could have been
use
any other animal, any other
evocative
creature.
dialogue. The sweet
Could've been very
puppy-like
squirrel-like.
paws. Yeah, the
Around your
squirrel-like digging. The fucking mole rat-like biting. And my ass chooses spiders. I'm sorry.
You know, this is why she doesn't pray often, because Garl manifests to Doc as like warmth and grandfatherly, and manifests to her as spiders.
Makes
But I feel like her scales just kind of do the like that brief little clattery as they shudder a little bit, and then she just goes back to the moment. She's not taking a potion. She's fine-ish.
As this is happening, as you guys are drinking your potions and you're repairing yourselves from, terrible to okay.
No, I'm still pretty bad.
Yeah, you are. Well, to be fair, at level 10 you have 38 fucking hit points, so you're pretty bad to begin with.
That's true.
Can I have, let's see, can I have Doc? Aurora? Doc and Aurora, make history checks, please. Alright, never mind. So what are we doing next?
So
I tried. I was in your court.
I assume I couldn't use guidance on that because I wasn't actively doing something.
That's correct. It was
I
passive.
have another healing potion. I'm gonna use that.
Drink it, baby.
Doc would heal you.
Nope.
You know,
I'm using the potion.
If it's history about dwarves, I can do a little better. Promise.
It was
it's
not
about
about
murder?
dwarves. No, it was about celestials.
Oh yeah, in that case, I'm
But to be fair, you have used the dwarven stuff a lot in this campaign.
When Doc sees Gray swig another potion, she's gonna cast a level 3 level 3 cure wounds on him.
That might be overkill.
That's fine.
we're over you being killed, so it's fine.
Right, yeah,
Fair.
it's overkill because we're over you being killed. And then she's gonna sit down in the corner here.
Okay,
And-
much better.
She's gonna sit crisscross applesauce and she's gonna pat the ground in front of her and just look at Gray.
Okay, one last thing before that. I'll be right there. I'd like to think that there's like a single macaroon added to like the bunch of food.
Oh, there's
And-
fuckloads. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you create what you create with that
Yeah.
roll.
I'd like to think there's like 3 specifically. And he's gonna
Okay.
grab them before anyone sees.
Okay.
And he's gonna hand over one to Aurora. He's gonna kneel down probably in front of her. Like, you know, the one knee thing, not the...
Yeah. Not like bowing like to the queen.
He's gonna hand her the macaroon and go, "Now I know you'd rather die than give anyone a hug. But you helped me a lot. And you also gave part of your soul. So I'm gonna give you a hug whether you like it or not." He's gonna hug her.
Does Aurora resist?
So she does the, like, because of where I placed her, I feel like she tries to, like, dart behind the table and she was distracted by the macaroon. It does not go well. And she is trapped by Gray here successfully. So it ends up being a, like,
And you give her a big fucking skeletal fallen Azamar cold hug. But you get her. You got her.
But-
Trying to be nice, goddammit.
No, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, but you're cold and gray, right?
She
Right now.
is a fever. Always. But there might be a little bit of a bony halfling elbow there. You know, because you can't just completely allow him to get away with this. So she
Good
absolutely.
thing I healed him.
And there is a sense of peace between the two of you. Not necessarily like you have to have peace between you, but there is like once you touch each other, the warmth and the cold of the scales and the shadow, they kind of balance themselves out and create this weird like, holy shit, we are on the same team, aren't we? Atmosphere.
And then he will give her the macaron. Despite
And-
using it as bait before.
And what flavor macaron is it?
What macaron would Aurora like?
That's a good call.
I don't know. Have you been watching?
Oh, cat
You get a
got specific.
pecan one, get over it.
You get a eat.
If you're gonna be snarky, you get what you get.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. That's what we tell our kids.
She
Oh,
rides
It's pistachio, thank you.
I love
Okay, that does sound good. But
That
yeah,
sounds
it's
really
a
good.
perceptive one.
You get pistachio, yeah.
She's gonna take it. She's gonna throw the elbow. She's gonna take the macaron. She's gonna. Well, no dying anymore. Not making any more promises to get you out of any places.
Deal accepted.
Now
Anyway,
go before Duck goes through this wall with how excited she is. Just go, would you?
it would be pretty funny to see that, but yeah, I will. Ree, here's a macaron.
Dock-shaped hole through the wall, like in
Oh,
Looney
thank you.
Tunes.
It's green. The macaroon is green. I don't know what flavor, like lime probably, but
Oh, so
Lime
we
or
got
green
mixed up.
tea or milk tea?
I think green tea would be a bit more like gray type. But it's green just like Ree, so.
Apparently, Ree got the green rat macaroon.
Yeah, it's it's
Why is that a flavor? It's delicious, but why is that even a flavor?
Like, why the fuck? What am I eating my own people here? Dire rat totem.
Why the fuck is that an option?
And then he'll sit the last one down in front of Doc as he sits down. You give me a macaroon, I'll give you one. So hopefully, though yours probably won't disappear until you eat it.
You saw that, huh?
I've smelt it more than see it.
You know, I like that. They say that smells are really what draw people in. It's one of the scents that really draws people in. And
Yeah, you're stalling.
okay, let's do it. She's gonna sit crisscross applesauce. She's gonna say, "Okay, follow me exactly." And
Okay.
She'll wait for you to go crisscross applesauce.
You will do that.
Then she's gonna pat her right shoulder twice.
Okay.
Sorry, say that again.
She's gonna pat her right shoulder twice.
Okay. Pat his right shoulder twice.
She'll pat her left shoulder twice.
Is there a point to this?
No,
Is
it's
he
not
gonna pat the right-
necessary. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
I was waiting for that part.
She's just doing fucking. She's flashing gang signals as poor Gray here.
She'll
Kill
say,
this
you
guy."
know how sometime no. So she's gonna cast ceremony, and
Okay.
she's going
And what is the ceremony that you are casting?
to atonement.
Atonement. So. Oh fuck. Okay. Give me a second to read through this. Alright, so you touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed, and you make a DC 20 Wisdom Insight check. On a successful check, you restore the target to its original alignment. Now, you have an inspiration point, so you can roll this with advantage, but you have to roll a 20 Wisdom Insight check, so you need to make an insight check. And
am
Gray also has a Bardic Inspiration.
And I
would
have
like
3
to
more
say-
spell slots. So.
I would like to say that despite like Doc shaking out of excitedness, he would probably put his hand on her and go, "Calm down, do this properly. Show Garl exactly why you're the best." A real bardic inspiration for once.
It's a D8, right?
It is a D8.
Thank you. All right, let's do it.
Actually, it's a D10 now.
Ooh. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna roll. It's just you just want me to do a wisdom check.
It is literally, it isn't, no, it's an insight check.
Oh, insight.
It says
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
the spell.
I see it. Yep.
You touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed. You make a DC 20 Wisdom Insight check. So it's an insight check. DC 20. And on a successful check, you change it to their original alignment.
I'm gonna use
Holy
it anyway,
Fuck.
simply because they gave it to. Oh, it was almost a 10. Let's
Holy
see, it was almost
fuck.
a 10.
That is almost a 30 total.
When I
Great.
rolled another D20 just so you get like see if you get an at 20.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to roll again? Because you had advantage.
Yeah.
That's a really good fucking roll. Oh, not as good. Okay. So, Gray, as the ritual unfolds over the course of this hour, and everybody is kind of watching intently, the circle manifests around you, and as it manifests around you, you hear this. All of you hear this. Everybody in the room hears the following.
My boy, we always intended you to ascend to Mount Celestia when it was time. And now that we feel your presence once again, your mother, your grandmother and grandfather who still exist here within the celestial planes. We feel your presence again. Please come back to us. We need to know what and where and why and how to seek vengeance on those who have harmed you. Oh, baby boy. Grayax. Sherry, come back to us now.
And as that happens, Gray, you feel the manifestation of celestial and positive energy writhe around you. And as it happens, you can, at this point now, because that was a successful ceremony, can change you back into the alignment you were, which will mean an alignment change and an ascension from fallen Azamar to normal protector or standard Azamar.
If this motherfucker says he's
I will change to protector.
So, as the ritual comes to fruition and it completes, you guys all hear the voices ring out amongst you. Even Xavier looks around like, holy shit, somebody's talking to me? How dare you impart your telepathy upon me? As it comes to fruition, you see Gray's body rise up into the air, off of the ground, out of the circle that he was sitting in. From his back, black, skeletal, and shadowy feathered wings burst forth. And then they fade. And then they burst forth once more. This time as feathery, golden, and light-bearing angelic wings.
Watch out for the nacho cheese.
The nacho cheese fountain. Thank God that was saved.
That was fucking close. Sorry.
Thank Garble.
We literally expected nothing less over the last 91 sessions. Jesus Christ. Candace just punched her fucking computer, apparently. Oh, she kicked the shit out of her desk. She did a kickflip out of her desk chair. So the wings become vibrant, feathery, angelic angel wings. His flesh, although it is normally alabaster, becomes slightly golden in hue. His eyes begin to burn with this bright white light. His hair, from jet black to golden blonde, stands up and above you, all of you, and in this magical transformation, so long as Gray accepts it, goes from his current alignment, which I believe has an evil subtype in it, to a good subtype. Not lawful good necessarily, but there is a good natured subtype in it, and the new bright-eyed, bushy-tailed Gray stands in front of you, looking down as if there is a newfound clarity. And with that clarity, Gray, you also immediately have memories flood back into your mind. Your father's name was Prince Arshadar. As an infant, you were stolen away from your crib in Mount Celestia and brought to the Shadow Realm, or to the Shadowfell. You were a part of a family that was of royalty within Mount Celestia. You were the son of a prince, meaning when your father and mother died, you would be the new prince of said royal lineage. And they were bankers by nature. You were taken away from your crib, from your safekeeping in Mount Celestia, and you were brought down by Mithliatora when Mithliatora realized that they were being manipulated and absorbed into the Shadowfell unexpectedly. This also includes Noxel. I almost said Noxelfin. Jesus, that's from Campaign 1. Definitely not Noxelfin.
I wrote a song about that one.
Yeah, Candace did write a song about Noxelfin, actually. It was very beautiful. You were pulled into Nothraxian's realm and into Mithliatora's realm, and you were manipulated non-stop from the time you were pulled from the crib until the time that you gained sentience, which is this newfound sentience, not your evil gray sentience, but now sentience, which is your new celestial sentience. And you have been manipulated non-stop from these entities to do evil things on behalf of the celestial beings that existed within Mount Celestia, because that is how dark and evil and fucked up entities gain power, is by corrupting those who are naturally good. And that is how you fell. It was not by your own fruition. It was not by your own choices. It was because they decided that when they snatched you up as an infant, you were bound and destined to be evil by their very nature and manipulated. You were manipulated through your existence until your adulthood, and now your friends have broken through that. And as Doc finishes your ritual of atonement, you feel your newfound presence rocket into existence, and you find yourself amongst your friends in the newfound celestial state. Everybody looks up at Gray, seeing his hair go golden blonde, his fingernails go bronze, his eyes receding in darkness and popping up in bright green and blue hues, his halo granting this ridiculous sense of brightness throughout the room. And Xavier sits back at this point and goes, "My God. FBI, open up." Is that really what you had to fucking say? All right, roleplay, you
That
assholes.
was 9 minutes ago.
All
to be
right,
fair.
roleplay, you assholes.
You said everything goes silent and you hear. For a solid second, so I
Poof,
tried
poof,
to
poof. FBI, open up!
So Doc will look at him and just give like an approving nod, but she'll have tears welling up in her eyes.
Xavier.
He's gone
He
now.
is gone. Okay,
Too bad.
well, yeah.
He can
sorry.
hear you. What?
But I was gonna ask, would it be possible to have like one use of my radiant soul, which I technically used to damage Mythliatora?
Yes, he says yes.
Cool. Then I would like to use my radiant soul, and I guess the main feature that changes is his eyes. Not much changes because he's already basically glowing white hair and all that. But his eyes literally light up. Extremely. It says, you gain glimmering eyes and 2 incorporeal wings. So his eyes quite literally just glimmer to light, and these, instead of like, I like to think that it starts off with these black wings that were before, and then they like slowly like grow up to white feathered, semi-see-through wings.
Yeah, and as you activate it, your eyes become vibrant and your wings start to grow skeletal in nature behind you before the flesh kind of grows down, the veins kind of pop out, and then feathers over them.
God damn, Gray, you're hot.
You all hear
Hey, Gerald.
Xavier even says, "Holy shit."
Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, you're hot. Yeah, you're hot before, but I mean now. Wow.
Thank you, Gray, for not just switching over when you could have. That only speaks to who you are now. And who you've always been.
No, Doc, I hate to say it, but I've not always been like this.
It wasn't your fault, though. I don't make excuses for people. I hold people to their shit.
That's fair, but this
You-
is new.
Yeah.
So,
And not many people get a second chance. You only get a second chance once. So make sure that you make it worth it.
Not many, but I know at least 3 of us in this room have.
Aurora, like, while she's off in her corner a little bit, making sure no one's about to hug her. She smiles and just puts a hand on her, like, on the flame key as she's watching.
You should absolutely go hug Aurora, by the way. She really dislikes it.
You're gonna do a lot of really good things, Gray. And honestly, I'm really glad that you were part of this super weird group. You showed me early, really early, that you were trustworthy. I don't know if you remember, but you warned me about she. You remember that?
Doc, think of things the way you did, but even back then, my interest was myself. I warned you about she because she shot me.
Who else did you warn?
Just you, because I don't think I could have trusted Ree to keep quiet. I still don't think I can trust Ree to keep quiet.
Yeah.
That's fair. Ree says as she's shoving another nacho into her mouth.
And
The
the
point
dwarf is
is-
being hunted by a ghost.
You have
Not
never
exactly options.
You've never had faith in yourself. And now it's time for you to start doing that. It's a new chance. Give yourself a little grace, give yourself a little credit, and have some faith. She's just gonna go and stand up and go over by Aura.
Okay.
Anyway, I think I can fly now.
So does this mean you're gonna fly back to Mount Celestia? You're gonna fly home? Or what
I
do
think
you?
it's a bit further than that, Ree, but also no, not yet. My parents, I guess they're my real parents. I recall everything now. Funny, I could always see better than others, and yet I couldn't see I couldn't see past myself.
Bingo, motherfucker.
do
There
you
is the
want to-
fucking crux of your character's flaws.
Do you want to meet them by yourself, or would you like us to be there with you?
I would like you all to be there, but I have stuff I want to do here first, and it sounds like they want me to be back for a while.
Okay.
I believe I have 2 promises left to keep, don't I, Ree?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Jack's gonna lean over to Rhea and say, "He means the date, not the marriage."
Oh yeah, no, I know that. Yeah, date.
She's just looking out for her friend.
Where do you want to go? I mean, what do you want to do? I mean, when do you want to do this?
I guess tomorrow. Let's start tomorrow. And then
Okay.
we'll see if we can find a place. Either that or we can just tear up this bar, whichever you want to do. This is your day.
I don't. Oh, a bar? Oh,
Up to you. If you want to go
Wait,
to a flowery hill with roses, there's one nearby.
oh, ooh, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so I need a little bit of clarification, a little bit of something to clear it up here real quick. What do we mean by date?
You have to
Because
eat food and talk
oh,
nice.
oh, okay, got it. Yep. Okay. See, I just want to just so it's all out there. I came from a mountain filled with goblins, and our idea
We
of a
know.
date was to go out.
I figured.
Okay.
Yep, we saw.
Okay.
Yeah, firsthand.
Yeah. Oh no, that
Really
wasn't a
escaped
date.
that.
I mean that's not a date. That was the orgy. A date is if you go out into the woods and fuck. You know.
I love oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Doc just starts making random noises and then starts shoving lots of cheese in her face.
It's delicious
so
cheese,
we're-
by the way.
So we're doing a people date. Got it. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Okay.
Yes.
We'll eat food and do I need to dress fancy?
If you want to, Ree.
Nice.
Part of the date could be us going clothes shopping for you if you want.
Oh. Okay.
Doc, I'm gonna need money.
I don't have any.
I have money.
The dragon.
Wait, I got money. I got.
Also,
fell
wait,
into the
I'm fucking.
abyss.
I just recalled
I'm
something.
fucking.
Did we
I'm
get
strapped
that
here, man. I
kobold-
got did ton of money.
Did we get that cobalt soul back?
The dragon fell into the abyss.
Yeah, but it could be in its lair. Isn't that normally how dragon?
We can see about going back there and trying to loot, but we are more concerned about getting you back to life.
Holy fuck! Did we forget about Meepo?
I wouldn't say we forgot about Meepo because we're talking about him right now.
But we, yeah.
But
However,
we forgot about Meepo. Fuck,
honest-
guys. That was the whole reason I said we should go there. Shit.
Gee, thanks, Ree.
Two things. One, before the conversation had turned to Meepo, Kevin, I sent you a message.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Second, no, you're good. I didn't want to interrupt them, and I was hoping the notification would pop. That's during the date conversation.
Oh yes. Yep. Nope. You're good. Yeah. While that's all happening, you tell me what you do.
Yeah.
How does that go down?
Well,
Tell me you wash her.
That sounds suspicious.
I don't know. Very
Doesn't it? No, I saw the message and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was. So the attempt with this was that as Ree was talking about the dates and everything, is talking about getting fancy, like specifically when Doc says the dressing up kind of thing, the looking nice, that Ree's some of the layers of filth would just kind of disappear off of Ree. The clothes would, get a little less torn and ragged just in that moment. A little extra, sparkle to those floofy pants. Just very briefly.
And it does happen, and it's not brief. It sticks. I mean, there is a full blown dry cleaning that happens during this moment.
And Aurora just does her best to time it while they're involved in conversations and everything.
Would Ree feel that? Is it like
Yeah, it's like a blow dryer. It's like a hair dryer hitting you from the back, and then going up and under, and you look down and you're like, "What the fuck? Why is the poo being blown off of my leg? This is weird. There's a turd on my foot. It should be here, but why is it not?"
I was saving that for later.
That's so gross. I hate it.
Stop making me hear this.
Oh shit.
I'm so glad I finished my food before this.
But as the conversation goes to Meepo and stuff, Aurora's gonna just kind of. I didn't forget. This was more important.
None of us forgot.
No, I forgot.
Okay, Ree forgot. And Gray died.
And this is why we need to go our separate ways.
But we have to prioritize properly, and that's what we did.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, not only. Yeah, I had to scoop up Gray's body. I also had to try to find
Joseph.
Jot's body.
Joseph.
Josa. Wow, I brain farted on her name.
Wow, I was gonna say that was
Bad.
a 45
Too much
session.
Fire Belly.
Real bad. Good old what's her face.
Yeah, good old fucking who goat bitch.
Thanks for all of your help, what's her face.
Thank you for being my.
Yeah, thanks a lot, what's her ma.
What's her man?
We'll try to make it back there if we can. I guess my thing is, I assumed that he had him on him, honestly, and he literally fell into the abyss. So if we're lucky enough to find him, great. If not, I don't think it would be lost on Meepo that we made the attempt.
Well, I'm of two minds about that. First, I'm going to
Doc
say,
smirks.
I'm going to say the worst case scenario first, and it's not a worst case scenario. Meepo, before I actually knew what was going on with Meepo showed me how to. Well, Meepo didn't show me how to do anything. There was a magical attack that got thrown at me, and then all of a sudden Meepo stepped forward and deflected it.
That is exactly how that
Meepo's
went down.
first action after the choice he made was to protect me. And that says a lot about what he would have wanted.
Yep.
So, even if he is getting to explore in the Underdark forever, then you know what? I still did that protecting. Now, assuming the worst case scenario isn't actually the thing, do you still have any, like, magic in you? Can you, like, maybe see if you could reach out, contact his spirit, like,
Me?
magically communicate? Yeah, but with one of you.
I could. I
Could
could.
we just see? Maybe?
Sure.
I can as well if it's a sending spell.
That's what I'm gonna use, but
Yeah.
he knew us
'Cause-
a little better, so let me try, and if I fail,
I don't know if you have a lot to be able to just make sure he's okay. And
try.
Would a crystal
worth
even
thinking.
receive our sending?
I mean,
He
we're
wasn't-
sending it to an entity.
it wasn't the crystal. He made a space for himself. He carved out an area so that he could explore from safety when the world was too overwhelming, that he could still be a part of it.
It was a plane. We're on a plane, and
It's
we
like the
receive
epitome
sending.
of ADHD.
At worst, at absolute worst, we go back to the fucking Druid's Grove and we see if we can reach out across the plains that way. But you know, I thought about this just a little bit.
Doc's gonna walk over to Aurora. She's going to take the hand that was the Meepo scaly hand,
Okay.
and she's going to cast sending
Okay.
to Meepo.
Oh boy. Okay. Alright. So and what do you say to Meepo? As you grab Aurora's hand.
She's gonna say, "We tried to retrieve your new home. We aren't sure where you are now. Can you hear me? Are you okay? By the way, it's Doc."
I know who this is. You saved me. And you're a friend. She captured me. Put me in a very safe place. It was the dark shadowy guy who cut me out of her fucking chest. I know I like it, but I survive. I am okay now. I am one with the draconic spirits, Doc. Calicrix is here too. Just so you know. Everything is okay. Let she know. It's okay. Okay?
Doc lets go of Aurora's hand, and she places a hand on each side of her face so that she'll look at her. Yes, I'm hugging your face.
It's you. She tenses but doesn't otherwise move.
He's happy, and he's with Calicrix, and he's okay.
She lets out a breath, but then it's the like forced like nonchalance. Yeah, see? I knew it.
She's gonna kind of force your face to look at hers and try to catch eye contact and say again, "He's okay." And then she'll let go and break eye contact.
And as you two do that, Aurora, with your passive perception, you glance up at Xavier, who is sitting in, literally on the bar table, or on the bar, and in the corner. You see him looking down at kind of the back of Doc's head, but he is weeping silently. You see tears just streaming down his face, and as you catch eye contact with him, he looks at you, dead pupil to pupil contact, and goes,
Yeah, Aurora's she's gonna blink a couple times. She won't cry. She won't cry. There's no crying here.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh
Aurora.
Do I get advantage for being a former
Natural
half-orc?
one. Natural
Oh,
one.
there's
Yeah.
a 6! So Aurora looks up and tears well up under her eyes, and a couple of teardrops, not many, but a couple, begin to pour down.
Would I notice them since I'm looking at her?
Oh god, I already crumpled up my fucking passive
13.
perception. 13?
Yeah.
Make a perception check. I'll give you that.
20, or it's,
Oh, yeah,
20.
fucking, yeah.
She would quickly wipe the tears off of Aurora's face
Quick.
so that nobody could see them. She would
So
just,
Xavier's just like, that bitch is crying. No, she's not.
yeah, she would very quickly, and she wouldn't obviously know about Xavier, but it's to save Aurora.
Yeah.
From
The
rest.
embarrassment from possibly exposing her emotions.
Yeah, so she would wipe it away quickly and then just turn around like nothing happened.
Okay.
I think it's pretty obvious. Everybody in the room noticed all that except for Ree.
100 fucking %. Yes.
Yeah. So that is, but what happened?
So he's happy. He's fine. He's where he wants to be. He said, "Leave him alone."
Wasn't he eaten by? No?
So okay, you gotta think like Garl, right? Think like Garl, right? So like he is kind of floating happily with dragon spirits right now.
You know, Ree, how
Okay.
sometimes, like, when you're surrounded by magic, you're sometimes floating and sometimes you transform into other things and sometimes fiery snakes happen. Well, it's nothing like that, and Meepo is fine.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I was hoping you were going to add that. There's nothing like that at the end. It's like, that doesn't sound nice at all.
Doc literally claps and then starts eating more cheese.
The cheese is delicious, by the way.
You say that every
Thank you,
time.
Gray. I just want to reiterate how good the cheese is, because this was a very intentional conjuration spell. Okay, so Doc, Gray, Aurora, and Ree. Do we have anything else of note in this moment, in this beat, for what we want to accomplish?
I want to drag it out so badly. But
I
no.
know.
And then I cast Fireball.
Yeah, bitch, you can't cast third level spells. Shut up. Well, actually, you can, but you just not not sorcerer. Okay, so we will say, for the sake of brevity, that as the conclusion of this moment comes to an end, Gray, you have accepted Ascension. You have moved on into your next phase of life, and as that happens, as Aurora's and Doc's personalities kind of begin to intertwine, and Ree's potion of giant growth drops and she becomes little again, and Gray is still and Gray is still the beautiful celestial man that he now stands as is. We will end the campaign here, with you guys successfully having defeated Mythliatora. But what I would like to ask is, going through each one of you individually, how would you like to epilogue your characters? Where do they go from now until their dying days? And if they don't have dying days, that's fine. You don't need to tell me till their death. But I think that we would like to hear, like, what do you have planned? And I'm going to start on my screen with Doc and Aurora.
So we have to do ours kind of together, but there's one thing that I have planned that she doesn't know about.
Yes, yes, please.
So Doc would and already has, invite Aurora to accompany her to the Timbers family reunion, which is happening probably in 2 weeks now from the last time we discussed it.
We'll of
And
course escort you because you have a horrible habit of, dying brutally and frequently.
right, so she'll bring her as her escort. She'll be kind of like not warning necessarily the whole time that you're traveling, but just kind of like talking about different family members and their quirks and what to expect. You can plan to hear or Uncle Jerome talking about Dwarven Toss and how much he hates it. You can plan on lots of drinking, lots of yummy food. And the reunion isn't just a one-day thing, it's a week-long celebration, so she's trying to prepare her. When they get there, well, first of all, Doc will be a gnome instead of a tabaxi, and nobody else has seen her that way yet, so I guess when she gets there, she'll try to make it obvious that she is Doc to whoever greets her. She'd go home first. So yeah, she'll go home first to the Timbers who took her in, and she'll be like, "Hey, it's me."
And they throw their arms open wide, as do the Timbers for all family members who have been either disassociated with the clan, or who have moved away from the clan, or who have separated themselves in any way, shape, or form from the clan, and then shown back up from the clan, or to the clan, excuse me. And they accept you with open and outpouring arms, as they love you with every ounce of their soul. Because they are indeed the Timbers, and the Timbers believe in true family values.
She'll kind of regale the tale of, oh, there's the real Gray.
And this, my friends, by the way, as Gray ascends, the true drummer boy, the true Grey Axe, Cherie, Prince of Mount Celestia, appears before you in Gray's and Lucy's actual form that he has chosen, and this is it.
Also, just as a note, before we left, Dakota told both Gray and Reed that they're welcome to visit her in Hobbleton, and she'll let everybody know that they might be stopping by. It's no obligation, but she'd love to see them again. But so she'll regale the tale of how she became a gnome, finally. And then she will introduce Aurora. And she'll say, "This is Aurora. She's my girlfriend."
And the Timbers push past you aggressively to get to her, to pull her into the throng of a dancing circle in the middle of Hobbleton, to draw her in to the family unit, as they have very rarely seen another gnome draw a halfling in. Gender doesn't mean shit to the Timbers, but the race, that's interesting, because you, as a Tabaxi native turned gnome, drawing a halfling woman in is way more interesting and exciting than anything else that you have to offer, except for your, precision in surgery.
And that would be the other thing. So she would make it a point to talk with her dad and say, I want to go back to surgery. I tried a few other things. I think that's where I belong, is fixing people. I fixed her too. She was an orc before.
Your dad kind of blinks and he goes, "She was an orc?"
Well, a half orc.
even worse. But she's beautiful now. Look at her. She's dancing around the circle with all the other timbers. Look, you've even got your old cousin Erky getting a little twerky.
Oh, that actually reminds
No,
me.
you take that back.
That reminds me.
I almost said it myself.
Doc will quickly go over to stop the twerking, but she'll
Erky the twerker.
Erky the twerky. She'll walk over to him and she'll tap the gold nugget on her chest.
And every time you touch it, it very vibrantly screams.
She'll say, Erky, this served me very well. I cannot thank you enough.
And Erky looks at you and goes, well, I'll be damned. I am the luckiest gnome that has ever crossed the prime material, and especially Trubenshard. Doc, I'm glad that it belongs to you. And I've heard the whispers of Garl. And I've heard the thimbers of the timbers. You have a great purpose ahead of you. And by the way, congratulations. And he slaps you on the shoulder and pulls you and then whispers in your ear, we're so happy that she isn't what she used to be. And she is what she is now. Thank you. And he lets you go.
Doc will smile at him and she'll say, well, she always had it in her to be Aurora. She just needed the right time and place.
And here we are, in the right time and place. And good on you.
I'm gonna go save her now. She really hates this.
Oh, look at her. She's so awkward.
Okay, I'll give it a second.
So
And then-
Erky kind of turns
yeah.
and he kind of jumps back into the dancing circle and click heels. And Aurora and Doc do find themselves back in the circle. Please continue.
Doc will, when she approaches Aurora, she's gonna look real nervous about what she just forced her into. And she'll be like, oh, I tried to tell you.
Aurora is gonna. She has a look that's very like mixed emotions. But and she was kind of like moving with the crowd. She definitely wasn't dancing. She was like awkwardly shifting. But as Doc comes, she looks at Doc, like makes eye contact, just very warring emotions on her face. And then she's going to just, as Doc gets closer, she's going to just kind of almost lunge at her and then just hug her. Just a solid, like, half-orc sized hug coming out of this little halfling.
Stole the first one.
Just stop moving amidst the crowd of, gnomish chaos and just give Doc just a genuine hug.
Does that mean you're still my girlfriend?
As long as you don't ambush me like that again.
Well, I still have 19 macarons, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, that buys you a little bit of time.
We can go that way for a little bit if you want, if it's too much.
You know what? No, this is your family. That's why we're here, isn't it?
It's your family, too. I think they might like you more than they like me.
That's only because they don't know you have macarons.
You're right, they don't. Doc will, kind of force her back into the fray, but she'll be next to her. This time kind of dancing and just being gnomish.
All right. So, as yeah, please go ahead.
All right, I was going to say kind of two things. One for that, and then one that's like through epilogue. I'm assuming because this is a gnomish reunion and everything I've learned, drinks are flowing.
Oh, it is ridiculous. Yeah.
Okay. Aurora's going to make sure that, well, she's going to like go and get drinks for like Doc and stuff, but she's going to also imbibe a little bit. And at the end of the night, she's going to rummage in her pack. And when she is absolutely not sober, she's going to pull out her little wooden flute and play Set Sail for Ale.
No.
Let's go.
Yes.
Please don't make me roll for this.
No, I won't. You guys have heard Set Sail for Ale like, what, 5 times now? You know how the fucking tunes go. Look, it's made by goblins. It's a really simple fucking tune.
Aurora, this is an important part. For my part, do you play this on... What day do you play this on? Because it's
On
a
that-
week-long event.
Nope, this is on the first night, the night that that Doc introduces her as her girlfriend. At the end of that night, after she's been surrounded by gnome dancing, twerking crowds, she pulls out her flute and plays, which I've had this entire goddamn time, by the way.
Very fair. Okay, thank you.
So, yep, no, you don't get to see that. No.
Had to try.
Then, kind of epilogue things.
Yes, please.
Aurora, since my plan has to change now, since it had originally involved her not knowing, she doesn't. So she never really was going to leave Hamilton or Doc or the Timbers. This is Doc's the reason for so many things. But she does kind of, as Doc goes back into surgery and stuff, she starts picking up like jobs where she can help out, almost mercenary type things, but more of protecting the town, helping out, helping support that way. Uses some of her ranger skills to help gather medicinal herbs, stuff like that. Occasionally, I mean, at least once, there might be a patient that she brings to Doc that has a absolutely not at all suspicious arrow wound, to which there's the comment of, they got in my way. I wasn't hunting them. I promise. Yeah.
Do they all happen to be dwarves?
That's a good question.
No, because she said she brought it to Doc to get healed. So, and she really leans into that kind of like protective, being the Aurora for Doc in that little community there. Absolutely still like leaned into the sorcery type thing. She's gonna learn all the fire and ice that she possibly can, but that's how she kind of settles in until the Wanderlust strikes and they inevitably set out on another adventure in the future. But that is a story for another day.
It is indeed. And Doc, I believe, leans heavily into the surgeon field, where as she had initially left Hoppleton as a surgeon and as a tabaxi, as an orphan tabaxi, learning the world of surgery, also leans back into the world of surgery, but this time not as an assassin with precision strikes, but as a healer with precision, Garl be praised.
Yes, Garl at her side. Yes, for sure.
So, with Doc and Aurora being settled, let's go over to you and Gray. How do you two drift off into the annals of history?
So I imagine Ree would definitely want to go to the family reunion for sure.
Absolutely.
Tries not to make a. What's that?
So Greg probably asked to go through the 2 dates first before the reunion.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we will definitely do our date time. I imagine Reeve tries to find like the poofiest dress she possibly could. Just ridiculous. I don't know how much is 80 gold worth
Oh,
of
more
a
than
dress
that,
would ever cost.
Xavier would deck you out to the T. You would have the poofiest, fucking frilliest, live flowers in a vine wreath around the bottom skirt with the poofy arm things, like pauldrons of flowers, essentially.
Yeah, and then I don't know how are we what are we doing? We going to get some food? We're gonna go I don't know what how do dates work? I don't understand this.
To be honest, I don't have much of an idea either. Seeing as my date's mainly concerned the other person picking up what we're doing.
Okay. Well,
But what we can do is probably, I guess, walk around, eat food at whatever restaurant you feel like, destroy a bar if you really feel like getting in a fight there.
no, I think I'm gonna put the fighting down for a little while. That was a lot.
Was
But-
definitely a lot.
That was a lot. But yeah, let's just have a nice relaxing day. Let's go eat some nice pastries and enjoy this nice frilly dress. Look at twirl. Look at me twirl.
Yes, it's a
This
very
is so
lovely dress.
fucking uncomfortable. This is so fucking uncomfortable, by the way.
It does look
hate it.
very uncomfortable.
I hate it. Why do people dress like this? It looks nice, but why? Okay,
Don't ask me, I don't
so
wear dresses.
so yeah, we have a lovely day, a lovely date day. And then yes, absolutely go to the family reunion.
I'd like to think that for the next date, Gray will kind of take you, I guess, back to like the tree with all the flowers and stuff, where he talked to the ghost, and just generally have like a picnic there for you, and I guess he'll play a different song. He won't play Set Sail for Ale because that's too intense. But definitely a different song that he's picked up from his travels on his drum. As you just kind of, I guess, just sit and have like a great picnic under the stars.
Gray, go ahead and make a performance check and do it with advantage, as I would assume that this is you picking up all of the rhythms you've learned through the entire campaign and combining them very focalized for Ree's needs.
Yeah.
If you roll 2 1s, this campaign is over, and you will. Holy fuck! A 31! What the fuck was that shit?
That was a 19, man.
Ree, do
Plus
what
12?
do what you will with a fucking 31. I mean,
Fucking sploosh.
I don't even.
Why do you always do this?
I was gonna say I don't even need to illustrate it. Like, what the fuck, man? Wow.
Wow, that was really nice. I'm weeping a little bit. That was nice. Hey, great. I know you have a whole other life you need to, go away to. And I know you haven't. It's always kind of been just like I realize it's always been just kind of like me, kind of like swooning after you and all that. And I understand it wasn't really coming back at me, and it's fine. I get it. I'm a goblin. This is weird. Everything's weird. But I just want you to know. I just hope you're happy. Now, is all.
Thank you, Ree. To be honest, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Apparently, I am a prince. I have to go to a holy city filled with angels. Hopefully, they're not all stick in the muds. But thank you, and also, it wasn't because you're a goblin. I never had that standards. I just never let go, and I probably won't.
Yeah. Well,
But I do hope you find someone as well. Maybe I can
Oh,
find
well,
you
I
some
mean-
celestial friends.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, hook me up if you got like a brother or something. You know?
Maybe. Honestly, I don't know.
Well,
My parents thought I
I
was
mean-
dead, so maybe they got busy.
Oh, wow, that's dark
Yeah.
as fuck for a fucking...
It's gray.
It's great.
It is
It's great.
You know what? It's not
That's
dark.
spot on. It's
It's
pretty on
just,
brand.
it's gray. It is just gray.
Well, if you want, I do plan to meet my family, and then still be back in time for the Timbers family. At least the last few days. You can come along and join and see what's happening.
Yeah, so long as they're not actually people made of fire. Yeah.
I hope not. That'd be a bit awkward.
Yeah.
I guess I'll get in contact with them and find out when they can get me there. Or we could ask Xavier.
To be honest, I can't afford Xavier's prices. I kind of gave Aurora all my money.
And I used all my money on this dress.
Yeah, then you definitely
that
can't
she
afford
did.
Xavier.
Yep. Which Xavier also helped make that dress. So Xavier is just he is monetizing off of this whole horrific situation. So over the course of the next 7 or 8 hours, you are able to make contact, Gray, with your family in Mount Celestia as you reach out to them via sending spells. Because you have a contact now, because you have seen them, you are familiar with them. And what they impart upon you is, yes, you as an infant were stolen away from Mount Celestia and brought back to the Prime Material, and you were enchanted essentially the entirety of your youth and into your young adulthood to fail from the path of light and into the path of darkness. And it was on that fateful day when you made the choice, the conscious choice, to leave your friends, family, and companions to die around you, that you fell from grace. And as everything has come to fruition, it has been agreed upon that it was indeed Mythlia Torah the entire time that was attempting to manipulate and bend and break the rules because it wanted to escape Nulthraxian's chains. And when you regain contact, especially in your newfound celestial form, your family, cousins, second cousins, third cousins, fourth cousins, great aunts, great uncles, grandparents, great grandparents, great grandparents, brother. There's one who you are willing to sacrifice to the
Nice.
to the throngs of Ree, and a couple of sisters. You do come into contact with these beings once again, though, and they do welcome you back with open arms. And in the first meet and greet, they do allow Ree to accompany you. And you are essentially told that you are needed for the family's hierarchy to succeed amongst the families of royalty in Mount Celestia. And whether or not you accept that is up to you. But they tell you what they need from you, and they need you to come back because they love you dearly and they miss you, and they are so deeply hurt and sorry that you were left behind on the Prime Material so many years ago, and that they could not track you down, and that they promise you that there were dark forces at work that prevented them from being able to get to you. But the fact that you chose Ascension instead of the Path of Shadow tells them that you are a necessity to the bloodline of Shuri. And it is with that, my friends, that Gray... Oh, yes, please, Gray. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mainly asked them if they had a way to get there, and I guess if when we get there, Gray is going to spend a day with the family as they go over everything. And the next day, he's gonna leave Ree. Probably somehow tricked his brother already into, like, a room with Ree.
Oh, God.
And,
he's pretty fucking
gonna...
handsome, by the way. If you thought Gray looked good, he's muscly.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, he's like, I like to think he's the opposite, where he's just buff, but still
big buff, like fucking feathery
Dumb as hell.
angelic wings, like a chiseled jaw instead of a slouching fucking jowl.
And Gray, who? What? What's going on here? Hey.
Who's this Ray we're talking about?
Sure, why not?
Fuck that guy. Whatever. Yeah.
And he's gonna go look for Illuna.
So, in your search and in the questioning of those around you in Mount Celestia, nobody is capable of finding the spirit that you seek. But they direct you to a place of power within Mount Celestia that will allow you to reach out to the spirits that are beyond the realms, meaning the material planes, or even the heavens or the hells. And they do put you into contact with the spirit that has no connection to reality anymore. And as she reaches out to you, she very willingly tells you
that there is no place for me on the prime material anymore, Gray. And although my spirit has been forcefully removed from, and stone-souled, by the way, in the ways of revivification, and raised dead, and reincarnation, I exist within your memory. And that's all that matters. And if I'm lucky, some point far in the future, maybe the druids or the rangers of the world will reincarnate me as something special, something beautiful, something that I can embody and come back and visit you in the form of. But until that time comes, I won't know what it is. But I thank you for seeking me out.
As long as you're happy.
I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I am content with the fact that whatever entity has watched over me for all these years, I have been able to see you in your adventures and through your endeavors. And that brings me peace.
That's good enough. Maybe one day we'll meet again. Whether in this form or not.
I am confident we will. And when you meet your final end, because I know it is not now, come seek me out. I will wait for you, I promise. I have nowhere else to go. And you and I will dance through the stars for eternity, or until our souls are forcefully pulled back into our bodies.
Sounds great. I think at that point, Gray's gonna, I guess, leave. The next thing he's gonna do is probably he's gonna have to tell his parents that he's not gonna accept the banking role. He is gonna probably attend with Ree, and if Ree wants to bring Ray, I guess,
Did
to
she
the
get that snatched?
No, that was. I took
to the at probably the end days of the Timbers family reunion, and he's gonna bring his family. Probably not all of them, but I guess
Okay.
the important ones. I guess his sisters and his mother and father,
Perfect.
and
So-
introduce them.
The family does accept that. If that is not what your soul needs, they are more happy to have you back and in existence to them than having you as a part of the banking structure that they oversee. You are still a prince to the plane of Mount Celestia, regardless of whether or not you accept the banking, job. And then you go back to the Timbers family reunion with some of your family. And there, amongst the week-long, literally, like, we're talking, and I say week-long, but it's kind of like wink-wink week-long. It's more like 9-day festival of Timbers and Cherise and Ree and Aurora, and all of the friends that you've made along the way who join you in this one final celebration and success, which was defeating Mythliatora and making sure that the Prime Material, that Trubenshard in specific, among the Prime Material, because you know that there's 3 continents, that the Prime Material and Trubenshard in specific was not completely overtaken by an outside entity. You dance, you love, you enjoy, you eat, you sleep, you drink, you smoke, wink wink,
There's
into
plenty to smoke.
plenty to smoke,
Nice.
into the night, and into the 9 days of festivities, and you all find yourselves going in your own directions after that. And I believe, my friends, that this is where we will end campaign 2.
Can I just do mine real quick?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Sorry,
where do you go from?
sorry.
No, please, where do you go from here?
That's okay with it. So after leaving the party, Ree would probably head back up to Pudu to be, auntie to Chuck and Chuck's kids, and
Oh, God help
kind
him.
of basically rebuild that whole thing as best she can, and eventually she would attempt to do take a party out to take out Ishnir and finally get rid of that whole scourge. Probably losing a couple along the way, but definitely fewer than what would normally happen in Ishnir, just kind of taking all her friends every once in a while randomly. So imagine she would eventually do that, probably garnering some help from some of her old friends in that respect to make that happen. And then I don't know, like for like the next like however long goblins live, like 20 years or so, she would maybe end up being taking the lead for the village, becoming the village elder, and yeah, living a rough life in the mountains, but a happy one.
And that she does. It is a rough life in the mountains, but it's the only life that Ree has known up until the point where she decided to adventure out after joining the bull in his bullshit endeavors. And I also just took a note because I think that Ree leading a fucking one-shot at like level 12 to defeat Ishnir would be absolutely
That'd be
goddamn amazing.
My God.
Yeah. Yep. So that got written on a post-it note. So
I had an idea.
Yes.
When Reed's done, of course.
Yeah, so, Ree, you go out into the wilderness. You do, with your group, successfully track down, watch, wait over the next couple of years, Ishnir's whereabouts. There are other groups that go up against Ishnir, and at the perfect time, you and the remaining goblins within your strike force bring the beast down and out of the mountains and bring a relative state of normalcy to Pudu and to the goblins and hobgoblins of the Puduian mountains, or excuse me, of the Grelian mountains. Gray.
Yeah, so I think after the party, Gray would probably ask his family if he can travel. And what he's going to do is he's going to travel through the plains, continuing on, I guess, his adventures for more stories. So that next time they meet up with Doc and them, he will have more to tell. Probably also keeping for an eye out for anything that in case Eluna does pop out. But for his long 160 years, he's gonna keep traveling until he can't anymore. Helping anyone he can along the way now, of course.
And as you do so, Gray, you do successfully travel throughout the planes of existence as your family opens what is referred to as the Celestial Gateway in Mount Celestia, which allows you to travel from plane to plane of existence, with obviously some very specific planes not being allowed to travel to, like the Infernal Planes and the Abyssal Planes, and the just the lower planes in general, which would include the Elemental Plane of Earth, the Shadowfell, the Underdark. But the higher planes, the Beastlands, the elements of fire and air, water you can go to, no problem. The Feywild is not an issue. You jump. You become what is referred to as, in the Common Age, the first of the Planeswalkers. And it is Grayax Shari who invents, at the end of his days, the Planeswalker token, which is shared amongst the druids of all circles of existence to allow future adventurers in their endeavors travel from point to point within their respective planes and within their respective timelines of existence. And this is, by the way, an actual magic item that exists, and an actual concept that exists in two of my 3 campaigns. And Grayax is the one who materializes that capability. God damn you. Wow, what a weird thing for you to give me as a DM. Thank you.
And I am finally done.
My turn to add one more tiny little thing.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna, at some point, like, I don't know, roughly a year or so later, she's gonna go to the gnomes, one of the gnomes that she's learned to, and ask them to craft a little piece of amethyst into a little necklace for Doc. And that's just a future thing. Which, yeah, I know it's probably cursed and horrific, but...
Oh, it's so dark! It's so dark! Okay. So...
But it's the sentiment thing, because she had a necklace that's been with her absolutely forever that's missing a gem piece for it. Doc gave her a necklace. She's a sentimental bitch with no idea of what it is that she actually grabbed.
That's accurate. So as you converse with the gnomish community, those who are very adept at jewel crafting and enchanting, you hand over this fragment, which they are absolutely blown the fuck away by, because they are like, how have you not been corrupted by this piece? And that's when that's when a very familiar voice constantly resonates.
Don't worry, granddaughter. It cannot hurt you. I am here.
But you keep that to yourself because you're professional. And the and the gnomes are also professional, so they keep it to themselves. And they do eventually manage to bind the crystal with a series of silver threads that are infused with a remove curse and dispel magic enchantment that hold back the tide of its evil intention and turn it into a mundane and very beautiful piece of art. And you are able to present that at that point.
Yeah, that'll get presented without the story there, I think. Oops, sorry I brought this corrupted piece into your home. But she...
Because they know and you know, but she doesn't know, so that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and she'd set it up, like, their first, like, pseudo-date, find the Garl Temple, go in the place the flowers where they're not supposed to go, and just offer that. And more macarons, obviously.
Obviously.
So.
All right. So, as we all set off into our own respective sunsets, and obviously you guys just gave me 2 pieces of information in this last little bit of epilogue that make me at least have one shot and it may be another mini campaign to kind of jump off of, which would be kind of cool. I appreciate that, and with that being said, I believe this is the point where we end this campaign. We end it on session number 91, and yeah, I don't think I have no additional story to tell. You guys have burned through the entirety of the story, so thank you for your dedication. Thank you for the development of your characters with all of your weird fucking reincarnations and transformations and everything that you guys have done since day one. This has been really cool. So, yeah, this has been awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for a great one-shot.
Yeah.
Take a DM inspiration, damn it.
Save it for next one-shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no joke.
I'm seriously gonna miss this so much.
You guys have been absolutely wonderful roleplay party. I know there's only 4 of us, but Candace and I talk about it almost every week that we log off, and I'm just like, what the fuck was that? Like, everybody's specific personalities tied together into what is, obviously kind of a continuous story. It's wild. And you guys have blown my fucking mind in my present world D&D DMing like universe. This has been amazing.
If y'all want to keep this spot open, shameless plug here, I'm looking for players. I'm gonna do D&D 5e rules, but current day superhero. So
she is building a campaign
players
right now.
Lucy's
and Sundays
in,
are open.
Xavier's in, Kat is now in. Kevin, if you're interested, I'd
I'll
love to
roll.
have you.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I'll do it.
Okay, I got my party. That makes me happy, huh?
Done deal, bitch.
I mean, this night's open, so
yeah.
Right, yeah. So we'll give it a few
Sunday,
weeks.
my Sunday's freed up.
Right.
We'll give it a few weeks, but I'll get you guys some information here in the next few weeks, and that makes me really happy. This is such a great group. I do write. I'm not Xavier, but I've plotted for LARPs in the past.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with anything, by the way. Nobody has to compete with me. She has her own style of storytelling, and she did. Before I even started LARPing, she was a storyteller and a game master for our LARP, Nero, for years.
Yeah.
She ran an entire chapter, and I played a little bit of her content, and it was just like, what the fuck is this nonsense? And that's a lot of fun. So
Yeah, plan for that. What the fuck is this nonsense? So,
absolutely.
okay, cool. That makes me happy. So I'll start getting you guys information then. So, yeah, our group doesn't have to break up.
yay.
the gang's all here.
Can I just
Back to this session.
so we had at the start of this, it was what, 92 weeks ago. We
Yeah.
had a dwarf, a goblin, a half-orc, and a tabaxi.
Yeah.
Yep,
And a kobold.
Not
the
not right away.
that's true. Not it was
Not
not
at the very beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What?
What the
happened?
fuck? What in the actual fuck just happened? As we all breathe deep and look forward almost 2 years.
Yeah.
I think ultimately, there's two lessons that have come from this, or two summary statements, because I've been thinking about this. One, you know, when your DM reaches out to you and is like, "Hey, do you want to do a one shot? It'll only take a couple of weeks." Well, it's nothing like that.
As Cat's like, I've had to move my whole life around for 2 fucking years for this guy.
You were like, I was like, yeah, I can probably make that work for like a month or so. It'll be fine. It's okay. I'll make it work with retail. It's fine. But number 2 though,
Later.
it's the number 2, and this is something that I'm taking with for other characters, other life advice things, is just the repeated line of "you only get a second chance once," and I love that because I love that, and I love all of this campaign except for the fact that it's over. I hate that part. Like, if I can change anything, it's the fact that it's ending.
That's true.
I always say that my characters are a part of me, and I feel like Doc was the best part of me. So it's sad to see it go, but it was so much fun to play. I really thank you guys so much for putting what you did into it. I saw the backside of what Xavier was doing, you know, the behind the scenes. There's a lot of work that went. So thank you to everybody, because this is amazing. This is so much fun to be a part of.
Yeah, and Lucy, especially your dedication too, because we know that you are.
Oh, for sure.
You're in England and you're a uni student, so like that's a big fucking deal. And your flexibility, not just for this campaign, but my fucking Saturday campaign too. And you're just like, yeah, whatever, I got it. And like just where we came from with you to where you are now, and your constant dedication, awesome, man. And thank you.
Honestly, I think I should be the one thanking you. This is my first real campaign. And actually, it's the first campaign I ever actually had that lasted more than 3 sessions.
That's fair.
And because of that, I have a Sunday D&D campaign that normally wakes me up at 11. That I run for friends now. I'm part of 2 more for people that live in my house, and I'm also
Hell
Saturdays.
yeah! Look at you!
Nice, man. Yeah.
What if I have sculpted a little forever, DM. Hey, you know what now? When you finish those campaigns, you are in charge of DMing for all of us. This is how it works. Because when I turn, 40 in a couple of years here, I'm going to be too old and crotchety to DM anymore. So your ass is going to be the young whelp who needs to...
Hey, 40's not that old. Come on.
No, it's not that. Look at you, Kevin. You're handsome as shit still. Look at you. I'm getting gray. I am starting to turn silver. It's gross. Kevin's over here looking like a fucking spring cub. Is that even a thing? Spring cub?
Chicken?
Spring chicken?
I don't
know.
think so.
Yeah, okay. That was a weird goblin thing. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm also infecting my friends. I've gotten my friend Siri into roleplay.
Nice.
She's released everything into it. She's really getting along now.
Oh, good.
Good.
I constantly
awesome.
talk with my Sunday GM, and his campaigns are a bit wild, but they're also a lot of fun because we talk and bounce ideas off each other.
Hell yeah. And that's the great thing too. Like once you have friends who are also DMs or friends who are also really committed players, bouncing things off of each other and like investing yourself in their story versus your story and what can you take from them. Torrin and I do that all the time. Actually, Red and I have done that a few times too, where we just grab things and we're like, holy shit, that's a really good idea. Maybe I'll incorporate that in my campaign and vice versa. Good stuff. It's good stuff. It's good collaboration, good storytelling.
Honestly, I don't think this would have happened if I hadn't met you guys through Seru by accident.
Exactly, through Seru by accident. Thanks, Seru.
My dad has this saying, because we're Christian, he goes, God is mighty, mighty slow, but he's never late, which translates to things always happen for a reason. And
yeah.
I'd like to think that meaning Seru. So, fun story, right? I'm gonna the whole Lucy timeline here. I started meeting Seru because my friend saw someone play Fate, not Fate, but some game I can't remember. That because Seru plays retro games, and through Seru's raid, Seru gave me the name Lucy because my name at the time was Lucius LS on Twitch.
Yep.
And then he gave me Lucy, and as such, I eventually found you guys through a Seru raid, and ever since it's been fantastic.
Good. That's what we like.
And the
man.
karate vampire.
Yep, the
Karate
karate
vampire,
vampire. Fucking Solasta. Oh god.
So I see Hex is streaming. That might be a fitting raid for our last.
I literally already have Hex pulled up, so I
Yeah.
think we're gonna go ahead and raid her for tonight. You guys, our campaign is over. We'll be in contact soon though, as far as what Candace wants to do on Sundays now, if she's gonna continue to do that.
Yeah.
But we'll be in contact regardless. And then I believe next weekend on Saturday we are doing Torin's campaign again. And then in a week after that, so next month, we have 2 Saturday games,
Yeah.
the 11th and the 18th.
Yep.
And then, the 4th, Friday the 4th, if anybody is interested, I am running in Arena Combat. I have 4 players right now. I still have 4 slots open. If anybody's interested, it's going to be all PvP. Real world prizes for the winners. There will be first, second, and third prize winners, or place winners, and I'll be sending those out to you guys. It'll be dice and dice bags, like real world dice and dice bags. But if anybody's interested, it'll be just a couple of hours, and it'll be a battle royale in Arena, D&D 5e. I believe it's level 10. It'll be kind of cool. So just let me know
Heck
if you're interested.
yes.
If not, no worries. And
Do you have any cutoff point for that one? Because I usually do
No.
have a game on Friday night. So
nope.
if it turns out we can't play, then maybe I'll give you a heads up on that one.
Yeah, no, not at all. Just let me know. I mean, if we come up to a day before, because I'll run it. We have 4 people. I'll run it with 4 people. If you decide, if that night something falls through and you want to jump in on it, fucking send me your character, or I think the link is active. If not, I can send it to you, and just go about your business and we'll dive into it. But yeah, I know that Friday nights are typically pretty busy for most people in D&D. So, and I will not take that away from anybody because you deserve it.
PvP is not my thing.
I know.
So
I
I shall
know.
unfortunately not. This is the one thing I think I won't participate in.
I totally understand. No problem whatsoever. I just want to make sure that I have it offered to everybody in the community so that nobody feels like they are being left out. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and raid Hex tonight, and then we will see. I promise we will see all of you very soon. Also, if anybody has any questions for me about anything in this campaign, as far as like what would have happened or secrets or things that you might be interested in, post it in or just send me a message in the channel chat in Discord, and I will absolutely 100% answer your question without any hesitation, as long as it doesn't interfere with any of the other campains.
It's in these dark rooms, Xavier. Highlight them.
Oh, you want me to highlight them? Yeah, I'll highlight them. Hold on, I got you. Hang on. This will be the last thing I do before we log. Okay. Here we
I
go.
have so many questions. You are going to regret extending that offer. I have so many notes.
So to the left of you are 3 toilets with a person who is currently shitting. To the east of you is the kitchen, because I kitchen. And here, I'll just uncover the rest of this. Actually, you know what? I'll just remove fucking... Here we go. Hang on. Nope.
Oh, you made it worse.
I
made
did
it worse.
I did it so bad.
Wow. I mean, that's one way to end a campaign. Just the world implodes into black.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh, turns out that gem you had.
There
really
you go.
good.
There you go. There you go. So there was a few more rooms, and there was a beer hall or a mead hall, and then a back room, and then the private suites to the very far northeast and southwest, or southeast, northeast and southeast, excuse me. And that was that. Yeah.
Does this door lead into a zombie pit?
It does not. That's just the cellar that has all the meat and dried
Boo.
cheeses. But the other one definitely was the zombie pit.
Awesome. Well, my curiosity is sated.
Alright, I'm gonna do one last survival check on Doc. It wasn't a 1.
Not
that's not
great,
good.
but not good.
Let's see if I can help her with that.
There it is.
Really? You're gonna one up me as your last act? No.
Gotta do it one
What do
last
you spell her
time.
name? Xe X.
Consider this my arrow to the neck.
L-I-C.
Well, until we.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh
no.
God, no! Wow.
Ree must stay with the
That's
He's
a good
like-
way
she
to
must
end
stay
it.
with
Wow, that looks like a bear trap. Ah!
Guys.
That one shot looking real good.
Yeah, this is looking real good right now.
You know, this sounded so much better before she rolled that nat 1. But until we get to game again, go out there and be Ree as fuckboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I have all of Reed's titles in my book. Right here.
Can you tell us what it is before we log?
I lost track.
Absolutely.
I lost track a long
Absolutely, I
time
can.
ago.
I've been keeping track all this time. I have Murder Mistle, hashtag fastest fuckboy, strong as fuckboy, breaker of chains, brave as fuck, friend of ogres, champion of Underhill, survivor of the bull, killer of the hungry, and smasher of Drac.
Holy shit, that is an absolute ridiculous fuckload. I want a shirt. I want a screen printed shirt that's got those titles on it
Just
with Ree's
listed.
face. just Ree's head or bust. Just ah.
I also have
The
friends
crazy
to
eye,
send
yeah.
to people.
Oh,
So
that
I'm
reminds
gonna
me.
be
Yeah,
reading
that's right.
off-
Candace and I were talking about this today. By the way, guys, she has all of the dolls to send. So if you guys could send Candace a private message in Discord with your address, with a mailing address, we are ready to send these out like tomorrow, Monday morning. So
I'll do that right now before I
also
forget.
have a single doc's title, which is this fucking cleric.
That sounds right too.
I love it. All right, guys, we will see you soon. Thank you all so much for an absolutely wonderful campaign, and we'll talk to you all very soon.
All right, everyone, have a good night.
Night, everybody.
Night.